What are you doing cold open for the boys only? Is there a McDonald's talk?
There's no cold open. You ruined it, man. You made him self-conscious. There was a ton of usable stuff, and it got
there
all
wasn't.
killed.
It was just
you're wrong.
Talking about McDonald's. You're
not wrong. No, we were talking. We were having a discussion first and foremost. It wasn't me talking. We were all talking about.
It was mostly you. It was like, what do you order at McDonald's? Oh, I get the number 2 and a side of chicken. Very cool.
People want to know this kind of stuff, man. It's about access.
I don't think so.
Cold open.
Where is this motherfucker?
This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Nick Grant, shut the fuck up before you talk about corn for 3.5 hours. We got to keep the lights on in this motherfucker. Lawrence, hit him with that debut WME ad read. Good job, Josh.
Speaking of fucking corn and the Midwest flyover states, real smash mouth gridiron football is back, baby. And you know what James and I are doing all season? We are betting on the goddamn motherfucking New York Football Giants to lose.
Short them.
Dude, they're losing right now. They will be presumably losing all season.
Saquon Barkley has negative yardage on 16 carries.
Our mental health is going to be in the shitter. And I'd like to blame seasonal affective disorder. I'm so sad. But really, it's New York Football Giants disorder. Yeah. And it has been for, I would say, the past 4-5 years, give or take. I think the worst record in the NFL over the past 4 years, which includes the Browns, who went 0-16.
There's only one way to make this season actually bearable and fun.
Fuck this, bro.
Bet your money.
Bet all your money. Lose everything. Your family.
Or win everything.
Or also win. And thanks to mybookie.ag, who is now the proud presenting sponsor. Well, I didn't pay for that language, but they are now a sponsor of the only podcast that matters, Throwing Fits. And we have a promo code, which is Throwing Fits. James, how do I spell that shit?
THROWINGFITS. I'm a little rusty on the spelling.
Ooh, man, we are watching live sports. We are betting on live sports all season long using MyBookie. Get in on the action. Use that promo code, Throwing Fits, and double your first deposit up to a G, a rack, a stack, $1,000.
This is, after all, a pandemic.
Yes, yeah. Y'all in a pandemic? We in a pandemic at the only podcast that matters. Yeah, we are betting. We are betting, men. I don't think. Wait, do you think MyBookie will take the action on Chuck's 24 and 24 Glizzy challenge?
Yeah, I've already put down 6 figgies on Chuck not finishing 6 glizzies, or sorry, 24 glizzies in 24 hours, because that shit is impossible. Trust me.
Imagine you bet. Can you finish 6 glizzies
in a minute?
Yo, honestly. What about 5? What about 5 and 5? Easy. That's too easy. 5 and 5, I feel. Or what do you think?
With the bread?
I'll do 5. I can do 5 and 5 with bread.
I'm not gonna bet on that.
What do you do? What about?
I already got I have my life savings on mybookie.ag. They doubled up to the first $1,000 on betting that Chuck will not eat 24 hot dogs with buns in 24 hours without vomiting or without taking laxatives.
Yeah. Well, whether we're talking about football, whether we're talking about the election, I'm sure you can bet on that. Whether we're talking about glizzies, your winning season begins today only at MyBookie. MyBookie, a better way to bet, bitch.
Throw Gang, we are joined by the Imam of Iowa, ISIS, the Sultan of State Fairs, King of Corn. He puts the mids in Midwest, the Supreme Charter, star of A24's feature film, The Last Black Man in Des Moines, the Flyover Pharaoh. He puts the Dur and the Mark in Director of Marketing, the Cool Dad Creative Director, the literal big homie whose company we can't mention, Nick Grant.
Wow, that is actually more complimentary than the last one somehow.
What was the last one?
Really?
I just remember.
I don't know if you're doing this. I don't know if you're doing this during the previous.
You had just started doing it, but it was pretty piss poor.
Well, onwards and upwards.
This idea, because we've been texting a bit in anticipation of this glorious moment that everyone here is so clearly excited for. I feel like you have this chip on your shoulder with the pot. We're not out to get you, bro. We're just excited to have you. We love you. We want to have fun,
I know,
bro.
I
don't
know
put that demon on me, Ricky Bobby.
I know it's all in fun. It's all in jest, but I mean, there was just a lot of shitting on me last time versus like a collective shit on each other.
That's Odell Beckham Jr. That's the whole point of the fucking podcast. Although we have evolved past that.
Well, you're not going to
steamroll and shit all over you.
You're not going to shit on Chris Gibbs or Jonah if you have him on.
Now you sound crazy. I mean, listen. If you felt that you got shit on, like that's just your opinion, man. Like
it's just your opinion, bro.
This from our side, it was great. Dude. I've been smoking and drinking all day in anticipation for this, just because
people refer to that previous episode that you came on as like a sleeper top 5
all time. No, I think it's pretty well accepted as canon as an all timer.
We had a great fucking time. Like that whole it was a great time. I also felt like people were like, "Oh, Nick seems mad." I'm like, I'm not mad at anything. Like,
well, that's just their internalized racism.
Exactly.
The thing is that it's on you. It's on you to bring that energy back because, I mean, we bring it every fucking Thursday, my dude.
No, you should be careful with stereotypes, Nick. You were 15 minutes late to the start of the podcast.
I was 15 minutes late. You are absolutely correct. But that's you
did come through fitted though.
Yeah.
One thing, right. I miss being like in the studio with you guys because I really miss Chuck's writer. I could really go for a really lukewarm slice of New York pizza and some
You didn't eat it.
Even lukewarm Modelo.
Didn't even eat it.
Miss that.
You know what help is if you moved out of Iowa and moved to New York.
Sounds like an awful idea.
We've been saving so much money also not having to even remotely have any sense of decorum as hosts. So that's also shout out to coronavirus actually for throwing fits. Job well done. Thank you very much.
No, I'm not back.
Our rider expense line item is just 0.
Sponsor pod.
Yeah, we're low key. Listen, the only thing killing it harder than Corona is the only podcast that matters. We take that rider money, we just spend it on fucking the juice for me and Larry to drink. And house warm chef when he moves to graduate chef.
This fucking natural wine you guys are always talking about, like the fuck is that?
It'll be in Iowa in like 15,
101, baby.
Yeah,
20 years. You'll have natural wine in Iowa.
Yeah, you guys just got open office floor plans, which is really cool that they finally.
And you're currently drinking fermented
Third Coast.
Currently drinking fermented pig milk, I believe. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
smoking your corn cob pipes.
I
thought we were going to move off of the whole Iowa concept.
You're drinking mead. You're drinking mead, right? Like in Beowulf, you're drinking mead.
Hell yeah! That shit is fire, man.
You have a hard out. You got to go home and churn your butter and pray.
Renaissance fair, bro.
No, I haven't drank mead. I myself am not even that white. But Nick Grant, welcome to the only podcast that matters. It's fit check time. You know the fucking drill. Top down, bottom up. The choice is yours. Go off. The king of corn, ladies and gentlemen. The floor is yours.
I before I start, I do want to note that the whole top-down cop concept, I started that.
Really?
I did.
Of course you did. Really?
Was it your episode? Hold on. Was it your episode or was it that you started it?
No, my episode. Because the episode before was what's his name?
Neve
Someone
Schulman.
cooler than you.
No, I mean he's a fucking movie star, so yeah.
Movie star? He's a cop.
What's his name? Dude
Adam
from
Pally.
Yeah, Adam Pally. Adam Pally went top. He went top down.
Pal.
I was like, you can't do that. You're a fucking cop. So I called it out on the next one.
Wow.
I said, if you go top down.
So you are taking credit for the whole bit then, not that you were the first
I
cop.
literally started that. Yes.
Wait, so Pally is patient zero as far as top-down fit check narc cops?
I think that just reminded me of the cop-like formation.
His first name is almost ACAB. Just
Shout out Pally.
Damn Pally.
Well, also, by the way, listen, if Pally's a cop, he's also a close personal celebrity friend, which is worth more to us than a non-narc fucking
Also, he's been arrested for he's been arrested a few times
fair
for
goers such as yourself.
I thought you were
been arrested a few times for cool drug stuff.
You toning it down.
This
Lord
is what
needs to rein it in already. We can already tell that he's fucking off the hinges.
We smash you down to build you back up in our own image. Like we mold you like gods.
All right, let's start the fit check.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start. What's on the feeds?
So Visvim Christos.
Can we see? Can you do a phone situation? These are sick. I saw these on the gram because you've been wearing you've been conspicuously consuming the Visvim Christos.
These are going to my close personal friend Chuck once I'm done with them.
Really?
Already.
It's hard to find our size, man, in these shits.
What size is it?
It's extra large.
Okay.
What size? What size are you in European sizes?
45.
Did you cop the DMA boot?
No.
Why not?
I don't wear fucking boots.
This motherfucker texted me to live in free shorts.
I'm joking. If I haven't looked, because honestly, like I have to slow down the conspicuous consumption. It's been out of control lately. Like y'all don't even want to see my PayPal credit. It is ridiculous.
I'm not trying to cast stones here, but you hit me up for free shorts.
It was not. I swear to God, it was not free shorts. It was.
You hit me up for free Jordan. You hit me up for free Union Jordans.
You said that the pair that you guys. You said the pair that you guys put out there was ass, like the ones that you showed because
Champions.
They were like.
Yeah,
those are like
long.
They're not
intramural fucking 2006 intramural.
I'm wearing them
shorts.
right now.
Yeah, same.
Not the 5-inch inseam joints. So I said, once you get those in, and you said that they were better quality. So I was like, once you get those in,
yeah, he was trying to have you buy a pair.
Yeah,
bro,
I'm going to buy them.
Bro, I was working you.
Are you going to buy the boots? You can't buy the shorts anymore.
Okay, from what I remember, it was just a situation where it's like, hey, bro, the shorts are so sick. You're a fucking genius.
Yo, how's sizing on them?
What's good with the paywall or the password, the pre-orders closed, whatever. And it was like, bro, just ask. If you want them for free, just ask.
You know that's not how the conversation went, but I'm gonna let that pass.
Nick Grant is the thirst lord of the Midwest.
I'm not.
You get
water
shit though. You're very plugged. Anyone who knows anything about you get stuff. Like
I don't get a lot of free shit. I just get like the homie hookup, so I can Or like I get a lot of discounts on shit that I don't actually use, but.
Well, hey, look, how about this, Nick? The boots are for €299. I'll give you a little discount. You can get them for $249.
That's not happening. I'm not fucking paying.
Just put in your shipping info, and then I'll take €50 off.
Also, don't shit on us too hard. Don't make us look bad. Like the pre-order's open for like another week. We're still trying to sell.
No, them shits are fire. No, for real. Like those shits are fire.
It's open. No, it's only open. You guys 3 more days after this episode drops. So hurry to your
shits are fire. But you guys know my stance. I don't personally need.
You live in the hog capital of the world. All you do is muck about in the fucking sty.
What happened to your Prada boots?
Now that's different. That's a different story. Those are city boots. Different story.
Those are his city boy boots, Chuck.
Those are my city
He's
boots.
a city boy when he puts those on. It's different. Damn.
He did the Lil Uzi.
That was a shoulder roll.
It did not matter.
Dude.
All right, moving on.
Oh,
okay.
Fuck. You guys are fucking.
Hey, it's your show. We're just fucking hosting in it, baby.
Any more bits you want to invent for us?
No, but I just wanted to stake a claim on that one because I feel
you
like
did it right out the gate, dude. We all got that impression. You definitely want to take credit. It's all yours, dude.
I gotta lay down the dominance, and then I'm gonna start getting into my fucking 8 Mile B Rabbit bit where I just start shitting on myself, self-deprecating, so you guys can't.
Literally, when you talk about sharding on yourself, when you dunked on Gilbert Arenas,
we're not going.
That's
we're not
James.
going down
James, that is breaking case of emergency status. So let him.
That does not appear at all in the run of show.
I figured it didn't.
Right.
It's because you fucking ruined it last time we did it.
What do you mean?
How did I ruin it?
It's just like you basically told the story for me, and you were just talking over me the entire time, kind of what you guys do on
You're welcome.
Second by second basis.
On a semi-regular basis.
Sean, what are you eating, bro? That shit looks good.
I'm eating good.
My roommate made some chapaguri. It's like Ramdan from Parasite.
Hell yeah.
This motherfucker got a mouthful of Ramdam. You're asking him fucking to talk on pod? Come on, man.
Parasite's gonna hit theaters in Iowa in like 3 to 6 months.
I still haven't seen that shit. We'll get to that. That's a whole
no surprises there.
It's a whole ordeal. Don't get me started on it. Anyway,
okay, we won't. You brought it up. We're not gonna get you started on it. You brought it up.
I could have watched it.
Do you guys have Hulu?
No, I have the same shit you do, James.
To be clear.
Socks are advisory board crystals.
Nice. Shout out Remington.
Shout out Chris Corrado.
Those are really thick.
They are super thick.
What's the temp in Iowa? Is it like is it like tornado season right now?
I guess it's fucking cold. It's brick out today. It's been brick the last 2 days. And like,
what does that mean though? What is it, like 50?
It's probably like 50, 55 right now.
Damn.
Iowa winters are no joke.
Yeah.
So Sunday it was like 85. It was like 80, 85, and it started to cool down. And then not Sunday, Monday. And then Tuesday it was 55, and today it may actually be colder. It may be like 50.
The shit very cool falls off a cliff. That's how it works. It just it switches and it's a wrap.
The weather changes so drastic.
Very cool meteorological talk. What's going on with the pants?
Wait, so what's the window for Christos and socks season? That's like you're going to get one more month for that?
It's even wet out right now, but if it's not like storming, I'm going to wear these shits. Like it's like, oh shit, it's non-negotiable.
And then they're going to Chuck eventually. That was the agreement, the gentleman's agreement that you guys sorted out.
Yeah.
When did they go to Chuck? When you cop something new that's in your everyday rotation, or when they're just fucking beat to death?
I mean, like, I don't ever truly beat anything to death. It's either like I get a new pair in rotation or like I just don't want to wear them anymore.
That's fair.
Okay. I think that's probably what you guys do, but probably on a much shorter
when Chuck gets his boots, when Chuck gets his boots for free because we're so fucking generous that we put him on the celebrity seating list, maybe when he puts in some gentle wear and tear, he'll flow them back to you since you're clearly not buying them.
Like trading jerseys.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Chonies, bro. That's fucking.
Lawrence looks very good in my.
Yes, I am. Listen, if buying John's sustainably, I might add, right? Just generally speaking, from Chuck was a fucking brand, I would be its poster child. Everyone sees me out here looking fucking cute as a motherfucking button in the Needles fucking hoodie. Where do you think that came from? And that shit shows up smelling like fucking Santal 33, bro. That's all I'll say.
I don't even know what that is. I'm guessing that's
Le Labo, bro. They'll have that eventually out in Iowa.
I'm sorry. I walked right into that one. So that's that's.
But the one point I will make about the Christos is that, like, if you think that anyone here believes you when you say when I'm done with the Christos, it's like you're never going to be done with it. They only get better every day you wear them. So I don't know if they're ever going to actually make their way to Chuck. It seems like you are posturing to be like a good guy. That
no. Honestly, it's likely going to be a. It's likely going to be a. It's likely going to be.
I thought the people in the Midwest had manners.
Fuck! I just you know me. I can't.
He's a man of the people. He's a man of the people. He is.
I'm a real one. I do what I do. It's likely going to be like I get a new pair and they just fall out of the road.
Do you wear them?
So
do you raw dog them?
No.
Never.
So they're not going to show up. They're not going to show up funky.
I don't have like some slides near the door, and I need to go take.
So they're not going to show up all funky at Chuck's doorstep.
Hell no.
This man can't offer up €249 ex VAT, but he can buy a second pair of Christos in the future. Come on, bro.
Wow.
Dog,
talk about supporting the homies. Yeah, we get it, bro. We totally get it. Say less. Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
What's
okay.
The t-shirt?
What are the
What's
pants?
The t-shirt or the
pants?
18 East Gorecki Cargos.
Okay. What color?
Black.
Nice. What size? What size you wear?
Honestly, I don't even know.
What's the inseam?
I think they're probably large.
Large. I have the larges, and I definitely for the Greckis I should have gone down.
Did you just
want to throw that sizing? Just some serviceable elements of the podcast.
Actually, know what? I take that back. They're XL because I wanted them bigger, and because
XL.
Yeah,
hammer time, bro.
Because the length on the larges, it was like 2 inches shorter.
Yeah, you're pretty tall.
Like I was really worried about the length on it.
Did you beg for them for free?
No, I did not, but I did get early access to them.
Oh, you got the code.
I got the black and
that's what you wanted with the short. That's what I was trying to say.
Right,
earlier.
Speaking of serviceable aspects of the pod. Speaking of serviceable aspects of the pod, what's the passcode?
It's changed. Like I don't have it anymore. Yeah. And it wasn't even. I don't even know that it was a pass. Who said it was a passcode? Who said that it was early access to the website?
But that's obviously what it is. I mean, everyone knows that.
All right, moving on. Let's move on up to a very spicy 1-2 combo.
Here we go.
So the shirt is one of the greatest movies of all time, Sister Act 2. Don't be confused with 1.
Why is it better than the first one?
I agree.
Well, first off, the fucking choir, boom, they were just angels. Second off, launched Lauryn Hill's career.
Lauryn Hill's in number 2, right?
You guys wouldn't have had, primo Lauryn Hill with that 6.
The Miseducation.
Too. Yeah. No, I'm talking Fuji. This is
really?
Fuji's.
Pre the score. The score even
pre Lauryn Hill. This is Lauryn Hill before she was Lauryn Hill.
Damn.
Whoopi Goldberg, the OG Woo.
And Whoopi was a fucking G back then.
Yeah.
Damn. But is this the rare situation where the sequel is better than the OG, a la The Godfather 2 and The Lost World, Jurassic Park?
Absolutely. Like 100%. Like it's not even close. Like,
is that a controversial take? Do a lot of people not think that?
I don't know that anybody could even give the plot except for me to Sister Act 1.
I agree that 2, because I don't remember 1 at all, but I remember loving 2.
What's one? She lies about being a nun or some shit, and she's a nun, and
so
hilarity ensues.
It's the gritty origin story.
It's the same plot. It's just for the nuns instead of a school.
Whoopi Goldberg's parents are murdered outside of the opera, and she inherits all the money, and she becomes Sister Act.
Don't say the Black Knight or the Dark Knight. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Don't say either of them.
No, I was gonna say Black Girl.
And this very, very sexy quality.
Supreme.
Okay, what season?
I take it back.
I think it was last fall.
Is it mohair?
Yeah, man. I am fucking
Best mohair.
super horny for mohair cardigans.
Yo,
Like,
people like James want to shit on Preem week in and week out, and I'm out here fucking defending them.
It's always fuck Supreme. It's still fuck Supreme.
Thank you.
Oh, well, okay. Well, can you let me finish my fucking diatribe before you fucking pop
Lawrence,
in?
this is old fashioned. This is a stale take of yours because as we've clearly documented over the boys only, my stance on Supreme has evolved. I called it a super fires Cardi, thinking it was needles, yes, but
F. Scott
cream.
Fitzgerald once said that the small stories are what's important. What I'm talking about is Supreme's mohair offering is the best fucking value mohair that you're going to get. No one listening to this podcast can afford Needles mohair or Vivian Westwood mohair, but everybody can afford Supreme mohair.
How much is the Supreme mohair cardigan?
Fucking slaps.
How much you get that for? Did you beg for that?
I think it was like 200 to be completely honest.
Retail or resale?
It's definitely like 185, and it's way cheaper than any other mohair, and everyone should buy it.
How's that
I
possible?
think I said 200. What the fuck is the difference?
Don't call me the N-word.
$15. That's like a month's rent in Des Moines.
But so to your point,
That's a 2-bedroom.
Needles mohair is that's like dog hair. That's
Long
not
hair. It's like long
way
mohair.
too long.
Shaggy.
Like a
Yeah.
German.
Yeah,
way too
shaggy, dude.
However, Checks Downtown did a
Shout out
mohair
the
cardigan
K-Ways.
a couple months ago, and it sold out in my size. It is one of the most fire fucking cardigans I've
Is this
ever
you
seen
trying to
in my
get free shit?
No, I already tried. I was like, because it was already sold out. I was like, are you guys getting any more? This was not.
Right. How does it fit? Are you getting any more?
Situation.
Right.
What's
This
your
was
go-to line? What's your go-to line when you cold call the plug?
Can you fucking say these in my size?
Like you're gonna buy it, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, we got you." Like, no, don't worry,
This is
we
the
got
thing.
you.
Like, I do not ask for free shit. Never will I like straight up.
You asked me to ask.
I will never even.
A week ago, you asked me to ask for free shit on your
That's
behalf.
not free. I'm not asking for free. I'm more than willing to pay for the Union Force. I will pay
$250.
I will easily for
Which color?
either pair. I'll buy both of them. I'm not asking for.
And you
it for
can't
free.
cop some fucking boots from the homies.
Yeah, fuck your boots. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, fuck your boots. Like, they're good,
damn.
but they're not.
I'd like to make a point here in defense of Nick Grant. Listen, right now everyone's listening to this and everyone's thinking to themselves, Nick Grant is the corniest, worst thing that ever happened.
Nick Grant, shut the fuck up. Title of the episode.
But guess what? You know what? In Nick's defense, the only thing cornier, the only thing worse is fucking the late stage capitalism fuck shit of hype beast and sneaker culture, where being able to be afforded the opportunity to spend your money is seen as the dub, is seen as a privilege. So while you try to fucking tar and feather Nick Grant in the public square deservedly because he's a fucking joke of a person, just remember who the real enemy is. Okay, kids?
Wow. Who is it? I didn't get it. Is it
Yes.
late stage capitalism?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the Joker, baby.
Jesus.
All right, I think we could move our way up to the.
Let's
the
move on
hat.
to accessories.
Yeah.
All right.
Your tasteful men's accessories.
My hat is Do Better, New York.
Shout out the boys.
Fat shouts to the homie Adrian.
And Chris.
Sure.
Chris is helping us sample our loafers.
Lawrence is giving away all the information in the Discord. So if you want more information on the podcast, just go there. You fucking leaker, LA leaker ass.
Anyway,
I don't know what was leaked. Shout out to the big homie Adrian Carter. He is.
Those are fire. Those did Plug Montana. Those did huge numbers.
Yeah.
Like, if he were a part of anything, I would buy it. He is 100% my style icon. The worst, but it's bad because he knows that he is, and he gives me shit about it all the time. I mean, he is like, that's my day one homie, but the dude is just out of control.
What else has he worn that like you?
Can you tell him to post
emulate?
on Instagram?
He
never posted on
I
Instagram.
literally he got the Prada boots. I was like, I have to have those because like the way you like
So it
styled
wasn't.
them, I
It
was
wasn't
like,
Lawrence. You weren't bootlicking Lawrence. Literally, it was just.
no.
It was,
I did ask Lawrence from a sizing perspective.
Got it.
But no, fuck Lawrence.
Thanks, dude.
You're not going to start wearing a bandana?
I wish I could, but that's just even closer to seeing any portion of the top of my head. So
True.
Do you wear a hat every day? Because I know you have a fucked up hairline.
Yeah, I do. It is. I'm not like. It's not even like.
You're open about it, which is how you have.
Yeah,
to be.
you own it. You're like me. We both own it.
Like Top Shelf Tyson said, it's a new era.
I mean, yo, dude, Nick and I are just men at the end of the day. People see us on the internet just being ourselves and they're like, yo, these guys are fucking superheroes. We're just men like anybody else, and our hairlines are fucking mediocre at best. Mine better than Nick's, obviously.
Yours
but it's not good.
Like extremely better. You've got a good situation going there. Me, on the other hand.
But if I took the bandana off, it'd be like Indiana Jones seeing the Ark of the Covenant. Your face will melt off your fucking shit, dog.
No, it's not. It's not that bad. Man.
Do you wear a hat every day?
Yeah.
What's your rotation? How many hats do you have at any current time?
I have like 8 Yankee fitteds.
Really? Why? And why?
Not like St. Louis or Chicago?
Because you went to Fashion Week twice?
I've been a Yankees fan my entire life.
Why?
Where are you from?
I'm from DC. We didn't have a team. Like nobody fucking cheered for the fucking Orioles.
Really?
I mean, but what about Cal Ripken Jr.?
I mean, him and like Roberto Alomar and like some of those fucking
Roberto Alomar is like fucking G for spitting
what
that
about the motherfucker with one arm? What about the motherfucker throwing with the chicken wing? Who's that guy?
Jim Lehrer?
Was
no,
that?
Jim. He was on the Yankees.
Jim Abbott.
He was on the Yankees too?
Was Alfonso Soriano a Yankee or was he?
Yes. That's when he blew up. He played second. He was like the power hitting second baseman of every fucking Bronx troglodyte's dream, dude.
So growing up, I was a Yankees.
30 guy.
They were like a team. Like I couldn't be a Cowboys fan because they were like the team of football, and I'm a Washington football teamer.
Oh no.
I couldn't be anything else but the Bulls growing up because I was a fucking Jordan fan. Of
course.
So it was like naturally
you're just dick hopping on anyone that was good.
I mean, who didn't when they were younger?
I mean, I was a Knicks fan, so.
But
the Knicks were the.
What about the Orlando Magic? What about Penny and Shaq? That was my. Those were my guys.
It was Jordan and Pippen and Penny and Shaq. And once Shaq left, it was like and then Penny like his leg.
Oh, and then you became a Kobe fan.
Yo,
let's not don't do that, man.
Come on,
were you?
What the fuck
were you a Lakers fan? Did you become a Lakers fan in the 2000s?
For that,
I mean, I enjoyed watching the Lakers play. Who didn't enjoy it? I enjoy good basketball. Like I don't really care about other sports really, but I enjoy good basketball and like exciting basketball.
Were you a Vladdy body?
Vladdy used to blow darts in the fucking locker room.
The dude was a G.
Yeah.
He looked like my dad.
He's a fucking asshole now. He looked like
What kind of stat is that, Chuck?
Yeah, really.
He's got that dad strength.
Double.
I just liked him more.
Yo, you go up against Carlos Senior in the paint, it's a wrap.
All right, what about
my dad had a jumper. That's the only.
He was wet from mid range.
Oh, dude, water.
He was wet.
He was essential. He was essential from fucking the free throw line.
Just
my man's Fiji from 15.
Fuego.
What about your shades, Nick Grant? Your spectacles?
Not just shades. Fucking Warby Parker. I don't give a shit about them.
You got something on the wristicle?
No, I don't fuck with wristwear.
What about the neck?
Actually, yeah. So I like the little fucking whatever that comes with 18 East pants.
Oh yeah,
a little
charm.
Shit. Yeah,
charm.
So my son and I both wear it.
Cute.
And then this is
he an 18 East or is he Swagger Jacking Daddy?
I don't even think do they even make clothing his size?
Unclear, probably not. I don't know. I mean, honestly, you look at the models, they all wear an XL, so it doesn't matter. They put an XL on your kid, you know what I'm saying?
Probably. I mean, I could probably hit up Antonio and see, hey, what's the sizing like on a child's medium?
An XS?
A child's Gorecki?
Goreckette?
Honestly, I can't remember the name. Rose? They're not in business anymore. I mean, it's just like a silver chain.
Word.
Nothing.
Oh, so you kind of you freaked the 18 East treat like you get like in a Cracker Jack box, like that little thing, and then you freaked that with a real necklace.
One that is probably still a treat. I got to get.
You're not a jewelry guy.
This is the thing though. Like I've been obsessing over neckwear lately. Like I've been obsessing over trying to get like Goros or honestly, like I can't afford that shit. So like First Arrows, I've been all on that shit. So
you got to get the fucking T-Pain big ass chain.
Yeah, we should put you in touch with the homies at Good Art, and then maybe they give you like a discount for being our friend. get some cool
Lawrence,
guy
by the way,
Chrome.
give me that shit. I give you all the shit you.
Shit! I forgot. Yeah, I have. Sorry, Nick. This doesn't involve you. Obviously, this is above your pay grade. But I have sterling silver treats for everybody but Nick. Damn it! You're right. You should have reminded me. I can't remember.
Hey, what's the sizing like on that?
One size fits all, baby.
Yeah.
And the panties. What are we working with?
Oh yeah, what's on your
It's on your dick.
I don't wear underwear.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Get
all
the
the time.
fuck out of here. You're at work.
And
all the time?
What is it like? Does it like whistle when I don't wear underwear? What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. I don't work with you. I'm
wait,
on that
so-
open floor plan.
I'm joking.
Fucking.
I think they're probably like champion joints from like Target.
Oh.
Hold on.
Boxer briefs? Boxer.
Yeah.
Good save.
Boxer
Good
briefs,
save.
man.
Good save, bro. Your
the
boss
wicked
might be
joints,
listening.
man.
Good save. Well done.
I was very shocked. I was like, you must stink or something.
If I don't wear underwear, don't you think that would like
Yeah.
Stink?
let it breathe a little bit more so it doesn't?
especially
Speaking
with
of
pants,
neckwear,
yeah.
Chuck was
I've been thinking
grasping his pearls, bro. That was a oh my lord moment, dude.
Stinky.
about it. Bitch.
See you.
That's a. And what are you drinking? So that's a complete fit check. Let's get a drink check in.
All right, so
Listen, After Dark vibes, bro. Again, I've been partying all day in Anticipazione. Got a
So
bottle
fat
of
shouts
some
to
water,
Boulevard.
some weed.
the Boulevard, they make the most fire hard seltzer in the game. Can't find that shit anywhere but the Midwest. It's called Quirk.
I'm quirky.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Very cool.
Thanks.
Who's that girl? It's Nick.
Look at my painted nails. I'm quirky.
Yeah. So wait. Explain. So it's called Quirk.
Yeah, dog. And it's
What are the
like
flavors?
I've tried all of the hard seltzers. Like I don't drink beer anymore. So like I'm
Very
like
cool,
hard
bro.
hard
Yo, beer is
seltzer
back.
down to-
Why aren't you drinking beer?
Yeah.
Why no beer?
God, this is gonna sound bad. So I'm pretty sure that I have gout in my lower back.
No, stop it, bro.
How many seafood towers you putting down a week?
Fam.
I don't like. I think it just like I've always had a really bad back, and I think
It was
like,
gout.
the joint itself, like,
Oh,
and
Were you on like
drank
a
lot of
boat
beer.
cruise?
We said to get clout, not gout, dog.
Got it.
Come
So,
on.
like I would
All
like,
this shrimp and no one to share it with.
Damn, bro.
Drank a significant amount of beer. Like the next day, like my back would just be fucking tore up.
Damn.
And just
Gout
shrimp
chasing?
a bitch.
So much shrimp, you got iodine poisoning.
Like,
No, Nick.
like fucking beer and like a steak. Count me
Man's a
out.
gout chaser.
It's all the casseroles you've been fucking pounding, dude.
I don't know for sure, but ever since I stopped drinking beer, like I don't have fucking back problems anymore. I swear to God.
Damn, that's a huge bummer because you would know this if you lived in New York, the cultural capital of not just nary the United States, but the world. Beer is back because we said it was back. So you're
Yeah, we got deals. We got conversations
Literally
happening with
means
Budweiser.
nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Literally means nothing.
That means nothing to you because you're hunched over grabbing your back, bro.
You're gonna be hunched over grabbing
I need
your
my
fucking
gout
ankles here in a
goggles.
second, fucking cool.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, let's get into the main.
Yeah, I
meat
think we're
and
done.
potatoes
I
of
think
the
we're done. I think we're
podcast.
done with that part now. Yeah.
Yeah, meat and potatoes. I don't know if
I
that
like
gives you
that
gout,
part.
but
Let's stay there.
about gout, you want to talk about
No,
gout?
no, not that one. Like
Meat and potatoes.
reverse. Like
Well,
just
meat and
talking
potatoes
about-
meat and potatoes give you gout.
No, talking about like my clothes.
All right, let's get into that. All right, so
Sure.
as you know, the three main subjects of this podcast, our podcast, the only podcast that matters, are money, ching, meats and cheeks,
Oh, is that the new one? That's what we decided on?
Oh,
yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
and most importantly, ourselves.
Goddamn motherfucking boys. Who you're here to
So
see,
we're
baby?
going to start with the most important thing, which is Jimmy and Larry. You recently started a new job, and we're not going to get into hella details, but you did have to run it up the flagpole to your boss before coming on. How did you explain the pod to him?
I did not even. I just said fuck it.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow. How would you
Shoot
explain
first,
the
ask
podcast?
questions later. I like that, dude.
How would you explain the podcast to these, Midwestern denizens?
Yes, help us sell the only podcast that matters, dude. Be our emissary to them.
Honestly,
Maybe
I
want to
probably-
get into maybe want to get into bed with Big Corn. I
can't
don't know.
sell your podcast to anyone.
Well, how would you sell your appearance on our podcast? We hope you're going to promote this. So how are you going to
I
promote
wouldn't
it?
do that either. It's like, hey, if you want to,
Come on, bro.
if you want to hear me become like a regular human being, and just get,
I am Nick Grant, the corporate robot.
no,
We're going to talk about Johns. That's how you're going to sell it to your fucking coworkers?
Damn, that was
No.
mean. That was super
Um,
mean, James.
Was it?
No,
Just
no,
wait.
it wasn't. It was actually stupid.
But no. So Nick, seriously, like here's the thing. Like,
it was actually dumb as fuck. No. But here's the thing, Nick. Like, why should we fucking have to apologize for making you relevant? We're trying to work with you to help you sell your appearance on this show so that you can help audience share with us and do your job, which is to bring in very fucking basic flyover state, cave dwelling people.
I really think that you're missing one key point to that. And that is that I give a shit what and who listens to this episode.
You're not proud of the work that you're doing here with us right now?
I'm proud of the work that you guys are doing personally and the work that you guys are doing on the podcast. I don't necessarily care if people listen to this particular episode.
I mean, actually, I kind of feel the same way now.
Exactly. And I know
right. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Like,
who gives a shit?
Hold on. Lawrence put the cart before the horse. That's a Midwestern saying I'm sure you're familiar with. I want to get some context, right? You guys are going to get car soon. They're cool. Here's some context, some macro, right? So recently, we've been on quite the run. We've had on a slew of big fire apps where we had on the co-founder of Our Legacy, arguably one of the best brands in the world.
Yep.
The SVP
it's pronounced
design,
Legace.
Well, I don't want to get too advanced for Nick. The SVP of design at Abercrombie and Fitch, huge fucking deal. And the internet culture reporter at the New York Times, obviously, like, you don't believe in that. That's fake news for you. You are the director of marketing at a digital funeral services company, yet you insisted on coming on the podcast. Why do you think you deserve a spot amongst like
James?
Why do you think you deserve a spot in that like murderer's row?
James. I just want to hang out with the boys, man. I just want to fucking hang out with the boys. I miss you guys.
To be clear, I could back up and vouch for Nick's story. Nick basically was like, listen, I think eventually I'm going to find it because I'm so lazy and unambitious that I'm eventually going to find it in my heart of hearts to get back to writing, to giving the people what they want, which is the kind of, removed third-party cool dad perspective that only I can provide to the menswear game. But I'm so selfish that like I'm not there yet, so I'm going to pull it back a bit. But whenever I'm ready to bless the fucking unwashed masses with my ink, my pen, then maybe I will be open to entertaining the idea of coming on the only podcast that matters. And here we are today.
Real question though, do you like I know that Iowa is not a fucking ground zero of like menswear and John's.
Right now, honestly, that was just fucking appalling.
Are you not stoked to just like geek out for the next like 4.5 hours about just like John's and like fucking menswear and like weird shit?
Do a favor.
4.5 hours.
This is I hope you don't have a hard out. I know your bedtime was 3 hours ago and you have to wake up in 2 hours.
Speaking of Parasite, you're gonna be sleeping under your desk, baby. Get used to it.
Dog, I haven't seen it yet. What the fuck? Chill.
No, it's not a spoiler,
bro.
It's not a spoiler.
God damn.
Yeah, for everyone listening at home, Parasite is not yet released in Iowa. We're very excited for Oscar season 2024.
Nick, do you not have like a release for your personal passion, which is like John's and menswear?
Not as much. I have been like, honestly, like this is not, I swear to God, it's not a humble brag. This isn't anything. I've been getting hit up more for writing opportunities. I think it's because a lot of these outlets have to hit their minority quota for the year.
Ooh, smoke, dude. That's facts, baby.
But honestly, like I feel like I've made enough of a voice for myself, like over the years, that every once in a while, like, and I made I think a good amount of friends that are like, he can do it, even though he was like late with literally everything that he has ever submitted. Like he'll do it and like he'll put like himself into it. So I mean,
did you really find that you were getting hit up more often? So George Floyd was murdered.
Oh my God.
On Memorial Day weekend. Do you seriously think that? And there's like a big media reckoning where it's like, hey, we don't have that many black and brown voices to talk about and provide insights and celebrate a very black and brown culture. Like, did you actually think that you're getting hit up more by larger media companies that are like, oh shit, we need like more people of color?
Lawrence is just fucking canning to speak.
No, because especially, and this is a huge point to what James is saying, is especially because the world that we fucking all exist in, no bullshit, sneakers, streetwear, hip hop, that like who should be talking about that? Like who should have the representation? So I guess it is a fair question from James.
It is.
Like,
it's a definitely fair question. I think it's definitely played a role. I think it's made people be more cognizant of it, which is probably, I think that could be misconstrued as, jokingly I said, they had to meet a quota, but I think it could easily be construed as that. So I definitely think it's played a role, though. I don't think it's like the hammer and the nail.
Are you cynical about it? Are you like, yo, like, of course this fucking media.
I mean, I'm cynical about everything.
Or are you like, yo, this is an opportunity to like actually yes, like be more involved and be more
Do you have
inclusive.
to reconcile that? Do you have to reconcile the ambition with like what you think might be actually
like
happening?
I'm not like hard pressed to like continue writing. Like I love doing it. It's a great outlet, but at the same time, like I'm a busy person. Like I'm a parent. I have
chickens
a job.
to tend. You got hogs to raise.
By the way, before we
corn
forget,
to grow.
congrats on the sex, dog.
Oh, thanks, man.
Confirmed one-time sex ever.
Confirmed.
Very
Confirmed.
cool. Very
Maybe.
cool to have sex
We'll
one
see.
time. Confirmed. Very
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not hard pressed to write. It's great when I have outlets reaching out to me, like outlets that I respect, and they're like, hey, like we see like an avenue for you here. We see like a project for you there. Like I feel like that's what motivates me. But at the same time, it's not like I'm pining for the work. You know what I'm saying?
Is that work you're like, are you able to get your menswear nut off through like the work you do? Because I have to imagine that your other cool dad friends are not cool dads. They're just fucking dads.
Yeah, in comparison, they might be cool
swag.
for Iowa, but or Des Moines, but compared to you,
I'd say it definitely is a menswear release.
Menswear nut.
What?
A menswear nut.
yes.
Oh boy. Oh, TF after dark. But I mean, it's like I said, like it's always been fun and like especially when I get to like actually talk to people. I like interviews. Like I like interviewing people, and just most of the time it's me just talking to them about like what I'm really passionate about versus me asking good questions, which is probably why I don't do
Sounds like
interviews
what we
anymore.
do, just talk at people for
It's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to talk to you about this thing that you're supposed to be talking to me about. So I'm just going to talk your ass off, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's cool.
Wait,
That's how people know you care.
But Nick, this segment is ourselves. It's not about you. It's about Jimmy and Larry.
Then why are you asking me questions?
What?
No, I would like.
It's just a fucking. It's a trick. It's a optical illusion, Nick.
I've appreciated the opportunities that James and Larry have given me over the years.
That's not
that doesn't work either.
This is. I mean, okay. Here's the deal, right? Listen, of course, we appreciate you being gracious. Again, we break you down.
Okay.
We are the master puppeteers. But I would like to make a point, and this is in service of you. I would like to get very real for 1 second. Nick Grant doesn't come on this show. Thank you. Nick Grant doesn't come on the only podcast that matters just to be a fucking punching bag, to be a fucking diversity quota box checked. He comes on the show because he is our old friend who also happens to be one of our favorite writers, whose perspective on menswear and sneakers and streetwear and the space that we inhabit is so unique because you truly are the only motherfucker in what fucking radius to even remotely give a shit. And that needs to be said because it is important to give context to why we are so mean to you all.
First off, I'd say like the streetwear and sneaker lovers has grown in Des Moines. Now I don't interact with any of them because
Thank God.
They
all have COVID.
Grown and like it's
the first wave of dunk lovers is still happening.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten the resurgence
but
yet.
it's like it's good. It is good to see people out that recognize certain things and like understand it. But at the same time, that's because of the plethora of information that's at their fingertips to at least gain some semblance of knowledge of what's going on.
But you think they're Googling shit and then like your byline is popping up just by like
No, I'm not saying it's just like it's because of it's not. I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying like people in this area I think have grown to appreciate these type things, which is I think is like the lowest common denominator of the evolution.
Yes, 100%. It's the entry level.
Are you a local influencer?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you took a little bit of a pause there.
I mean, people recognize me, and I think that.
Wow,
I'm saying like 1 in every 3,000.
Yo, that's that guy with the brunch hat in that menswear photo.
Oh yeah.
Wait, 3,000? Black Raiden, famously. Wait, what do you mean one? How do you come to that number 1 in 3,000?
I'm obviously I'm being facetious here, but like every once in a while, someone be like, "Oh, I know you," type of thing. It's not like I'm not like bragging. I don't want to be recognizable.
What's something
you don't want to be? I get recognized every fucking waking moment of my life. It's
I was recognized.
It's a curse more than a blessing.
Shout out the guy that came up to me at Calexico an hour ago.
What?
Nick, what's the thing that has like done the best for you recently?
In terms of exposure,
I haven't done anything recently. I mean, I haven't
this
really.
This podcast is the answer.
Well, yeah, sure. Honestly, the last, I think, big piece that got some notoriety was one that I wrote for Complex around how to, and you guys are going to fucking just shit all over this, but how to wear a Yankee fitted.
Yeah.
Great SEO.
Yeah. That did really well with Caucasians.
It did very poorly with New Yorkers.
Yeah, very well with Ame Leon Dor fans. All right. So you are selective with your freelancing, but like you just started a new job. Were you in the office on your first day? And if so, what was your first day fit?
I was in the office, and it was just like fucking, chinos and a.
So you didn't go hard? You didn't try to go even like, because listen, right now you're going hard, but like, how do you build? Is it that slow of a burn? How long have you been working for these guys now?
A couple months. So it was
it's a real fucking process, a rollout plan, a strategy.
No, it wasn't. I'd say like the first, because we haven't been in the office, so that was just like orientation type of thing. Where I had to come in and get set up. And that was just, Oxford chinos, blazer type of situation.
Real kosher shit.
And then after that, it's just been whatever the fuck I want to wear.
Interesting.
What do your coworkers think of your style and like your John's addiction? And how much of it do you hide from them?
I hide most of it from them. Like I don't ever follow like coworkers on like Instagram or Twitter or, I try to like distance myself from that. I try to separate that life.
You're the cool guy.
That's a fool's errand. Don't get involved with these fucking monsters.
Don't have work friends. Is the lesson here? Do not have work friends.
Commenting dumb shit on your posts, like stay in your lane. Like the amount of times I have to tell people, like my friends, like that don't care about this shit, or like coworkers to stay in their lane is like just let me fucking be me. Like I'm
crazy.
not shitting all over your fucking.
I got to do it with these guys too. I mean, we're coworkers. I got to be like, yo, Jimmy, get off my fucking dick, dog.
Fuck out of here! I don't think I even follow you.
Let me cook. Yeah, you
do they know how much you spend on John's? And are they like, why are you?
They have no idea.
My wife doesn't even know how much I spend. So let alone
about to do now.
Wow.
No, she won't. She's not listening to this. You kidding me? She doesn't give a shit.
What's like just paint us a picture. Like, what's the typical fit of a Des Moines denizen? Like, what are they rocking to the office? What are they fucking walking their dog in? And then you have you in the fucking polka dot mohair cardi coming through.
Yeah, what are the greatest hits?
Socks and
For
sandals.
some reason, what is huge around here is like work attire, like logo shit. Like it's huge here. Like in Des Moines.
Wait, what do you mean? Like
a polo with your
polo
John Deere,
John
Deere tractors?
Yeah, like it's huge. Like and I think it's just because like most people do not give a shit. So it's like, oh, I'm going to wear my Nationwide fucking half zip. Or it's like
this is the mental disease of capitalism, where you think that allegiances and your culture is like where you work or like the brands that you cop. Or when you could be like us and you do it with a very rare Japanese brand, and then you could feel better about yourself and go.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel superior.
Yeah, come on.
Or these people are spending all their money on healthcare, food, housing,
state
shelter,
fairs,
fried butter, and they don't actually have money. They need to wear the free swag.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at me. Like, I'm about to get a divorce, but look, I got a fucking Supreme mohair cardigan on. I look fire.
Are you about to get a divorce? Is that
the nationwide polos come up to triple XL, maybe even 4XL.
I'm sure it's.
What are the chances we're going to see some Throwing Fits merch on the backs of some fellas in Des Moines?
There's a couple. You guys have a couple of like huge fans.
Yeah,
like huge fans.
They're your fucking zealots, dude. They worship at the cult of fucking Nicholas Grant.
I think that's only because like by proxy, like they knew who you guys were.
Yeah, they have nothing else.
They're like, oh shit, like a guy from Des Moines is on the show. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody really knows who I am here.
James and we're like the Godfather. You're like an underboss of like the flyover.
Okay, see, I just gave you a compliment, and then you
work for us.
You just ruined it.
No capo.
I gave you a compliment. You ruined it.
All right, but so you've been working. It's a good episode title. So you've been working at this job, which I would genuinely think it is a very cool, and we're not going to talk about the name or get into too many details. I do think it's a very necessary and has a long runway as the country develops and as like people our age get older and have to start dealing with death and shit. Even though we're never going to die, we're invincible, obviously.
Yeah,
live forever.
Which is like you do digital funeral services, which I think is very smart because from what I've heard,
and I even told you that's not what it was earlier, and you're still you're still saying that shit.
What is it?
It's digital funeral planning and purchasing. So like funeral arrangements, like you make your arrangement.
Yeah, swipe left on this casket, swipe right on cremation. No, I get it.
Okay.
Generally speaking, though, like working so closely with mortality, which is such a taboo subject, like death and mortality, do you find that it's like fucked with your brain and that you become more nihilistic when it comes to material goods and you're just like, none of this shit matters, why would I cop? Or sounds like you're actually
that's exactly
more,
I mean, I'm very
become more YOLO with your copying habits and more like carpe diem.
Because it could be also seen as a release. To play devil's advocate, literally, it could be like a release where let me enjoy the few moments that I have before I'm released from this mortal coil, right?
That's the other side of the coin. I have this conversation with my wife quite often.
God bless her soul.
She's like, why do you keep buying clothes when nobody can see them right now? Like, why do you care? I'm like, we've gone through this whole like evolution of, and you guys know this, where you're dressing for girls to try to get girls. Then you dress for the boys. You want to show off for the boys, right? Like you want them to be like, damn, that's a cute fit you got there.
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely in the next evolution of I wear what I like vintage movie t-shirts. Like that is my kick right now. Like I am super
you're on a big vintage band right now.
Huge, and like
you're doing it for you and yourself alone is what you're saying.
That's it. Like I don't care if anyone knows like people know the movies, but they're like, oh, that's just a shirt you got from fucking Hot Topic. Like I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
Like I do it because like it's nostalgic.
Well, that's the final form of evolution, right? This is what James and I have preached on this podcast probably forever, and that it's awesome to have you on to kind of back this up, to hammer, speaking of fucking hammers and nails, to fucking hammer home this fucking idea. Which
coffins? Yeah,
well, not even that, but he mentioned it earlier. When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. No, this idea
he's a wrecking ball.
The idea of caring about clothes for the right reasons gets thrown around a lot. And the thing that we say is do it for yourself and yourself alone. Have it build self-confidence, have it build self-worth in a healthy way. And fucking take that and run with it until you can't run no more. And then,
but like, obviously, there's going to be times where it's like, oh, I like now, like I want the boys to be like, look, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Nick Grant gonna shardy in his cardi.
Oh God!
Anyways, there's like a fucking swagapino where like you want people to recognize,
he's a bulldozer.
Like, you know what the fuck you're doing
with a wrecking ball attached.
Playboy Shardy.
Playboy Shardy.
Playboy Shardy.
Have we said that
yet?
Good
one, Chuck.
Yeah.
Shardy B.
Miss you, Chuck.
Miss you too. Hey, if we can work out some kind of bundle for the Independence Day tee and the Visvums.
That's not happening, man.
Welcome to Earth.
That one for
you have an Independence Day tee?
Yeah, that shit. That actually might be my favorite. And that took me a while to get.
You ever read my oral history of the president's speech?
No, I haven't.
It's a doozy.
You can't write.
Talk to Bill Pullman. That's why it's an oral history.
I agree with Nick. James can't write. He's very.
Yeah, I pay people to write for me, which is what
that's great.
What Lawrence is all right.
And that is your lane. But you cannot write.
I'm a delegate.
You're talking about me being all beep boop beep boop boop. Like that's you.
Those who can't write, edit. Just like those who can't do, teach. Don't forget it, kids.
Yeah. Who signs the writer's checks? Let's talk about that. No, but seriously, Nick,
did he?
Has being closer to death like changed your perspective in any way? I know that you're like your kids growing up, you're living on a hog farm in Iowa, but like has being closer to death, and yes, it is like important services, and we don't deal with death well in this country or in this society. Has it taught you to like care more about yourself and like indulge yourself and care about like not give a fuck about what other people think the way that you're talking about right now? Or am I just spitting some bullshit out of nothing?
I've definitely, it definitely changes my viewpoint on it. Cause obviously like the way that I work within it, I'm working for funeral homes essentially, but I'm also working to, drive, leads through the consumer lens. Right. So like I'm looking at it like from a marketing perspective, how do I speak to someone who needs to plan or purchase a funeral? But I'm also looking at it from a, funeral home director standpoint where it's a business. So
not to be dark, but like, has COVID been like a boom for business?
Unfortunately, we have been doing very well because not just because of the amount of like
people
death.
Die every day. B. Cameron said that, you know what I'm saying?
Republicans
but
die
I
too.
think it's also made people think about like death more. So they're looking to plan ahead. So I mean, we've done very well. I mean, we're a young company. We're still a startup, but I mean, we're doing well.
Well, I really think that it's also like a generation that's digitally fluent, which is probably like people a little older than us, are now having to start to deal not just with COVID, but like aging parents, aging grandparents, whatever. And like, yeah, I mean, Lawrence, like, would you be able to plan a fucking funeral right now? No, but like,
Hell
if I could go on a website,
not before I got a promo code from Nicholas Grant.
Yeah, if I could just like copyright a fucking maybe crowdsource like a tombstone heading or whatever. Like, yeah, that'd be fun.
Death, fall, winter, 20.
Yeah,
Here, what is it?
Cup of mausoleum or two.
Here lies James, son, podcast host, horny as fuck.
Rest in peace. You did it.
Oh yes,
That'd be fun.
There it is. Damn,
how much would that cost me?
Title, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, obviously, like we skew older to who we're talking to, but it's also, that generation has evolved so much as well just over these last few months because they've had to adapt to changing times, and this digital transformation, what we're calling it, is going to change forever because now they recognize what is literally at their fingertips that they can do without leaving the house.
Is there an option where you can plan the fit?
I mean, there should be.
There absolutely should be. That's the most important thing.
Take that to your 10 a.m. tomorrow.
I have an idea that I'm going to start testing out here shortly. I'm not going to give it away.
What would be your last fit? What would be Nick Grant? If you died tomorrow, what do you hope your fit is?
If you died tonight, you happy going
if I died
tonight,
in this? I'd be fucking wearing this.
Would that be? And obviously, like, you got dressed up for the only podcast that matters. So this is clearly your best shit.
All right, let's say you're going to die.
Whatever you say, bro, we believe you.
Let's say you're going to die tomorrow. What are you going to wear?
I honestly, I have no idea. I don't know that I care about that. And that's part of it is some people care about what people say about them, what their legacy is.
We talked about this last week. I am very concerned with this.
I'm of the ilk. I know you are. I'm not. I'm of the ilk where I know if I've had enough of an impact on my family and my friends that they will do me justice. So I want the service to be for them and by them.
Right. Not about you stunting so hard that people are flicking up with you in the open casket. Like, yo, my boy got fresh for one last time.
Let's say Lawrence and I both die in some pod related freak accident. Like our fucking microphones both explode and we just fucking die.
Release me.
And you were in charge of planning our funerals. How would you make our joint funeral special?
I would just honestly,
by making it not a joint funeral first and foremost. God damn!
I would burn.
We gotta save. We don't have that much money.
What the fuck? That's so harsh, bro. You wouldn't take us to a scenic spot.
I want
I want
Chuck and Chef
Prince type beat.
I want Chuck and Chef to do a line of us.
Ooh,
for Ashes.
I would do a line of you and hire.
Hold on, what's that? Is it Unsolved Mysteries where that dude had his wife's ashes and he slept with it in a box? Was that Unsolved Mysteries? What was that?
It was My Strange Addiction. There was a woman that
ate her ashes. That was on some other shit.
That's tight. I want everyone on this podcast, if I die, my last will and testament is please snort, eat, just consume me like Jesus.
I want them jeans
on the pizza like Parmesan, bro.
I want them jeans to make some tea and then boof it up his ass.
Nice. Why them jeans? Wouldn't you rather have one of us do it?
He's an experienced boofer. He's a boofman.
So your final dream is just to be properly boofed with anybody.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and also he's 6'9", so
up the ass, kid.
What?
You douched.
Up the ass. Ashes up the ass. Ashes in the ass.
Wow, that's I'm gonna have to try to fit that into
Google
some of my marketing material.
Is that an option on your website?
Yeah,
not yet, but I'll look into it.
All right, Nick. What's the most immediate thing the U.S. could do to become better at dealing with death? Because we suck at it right now.
Honestly, probably continue to have the conversation. Don't just. I don't fucking know. What the fuck? That's a fucking.
Don't ignore it. You're saying deal with it. Well, no, you're a father.
You really do put the brr in director of marketing, don't you?
No. Listen. He's on the spot a bit. You're a father. You have perspective. You are someone who is capable of imparting wisdom. Are you saying for us to just confront it as a nation? Confront what scares us?
I don't honestly I personally do not deal with death well. I either internalize my how I feel, or it comes fucking pouring out and it doesn't make sense. When Kobe died, I think.
Oh, yeah. What was when Kobe passed? What was
He's about to tell us.
I literally cried for 2 days, and I could not stop. Like I think I was just like not in a good place, like personally. And when that happened, like all I could think about was not necessarily like his time as a basketball player and like what he meant to me, but like what he had just started doing, like as a father, as like a mentor. Like
when that happened 3 years ago,
like he had what
feels like 3 years ago.
I know it does feel like 3 years ago, but like whenever I see like a clip from like his last game, like I can't watch that shit. Like if there's anything like emotional and Kobe, like I can't watch it.
What do you think of when a celebrity dies, Kobe being a notable example, when people take to social media and kind of do this like public grieving, or a lot of people, especially on like media Twitter, will be like, oh, remember the time I like interviewed Kobe,
But they make it about themselves.
That's the thing, like people grieve differently if it's genuine, like, and it's hard to tell if it's genuine or not. Like if it's genuine, like I'm not gonna call him out for that shit. But I mean, using someone's name to prop yourself up, especially like I feel like what people have done with like Chadwick lately, like posting all these pictures with him and like that, like I personally cannot get behind that. But at the same time, if that's how you grieve, if that's how you want to remember him, if that's how you want people to remember him, like that's
when you die, can we promote your podcast that you did with us?
Which one? This one or the other one?
Yeah. Well, no, not the other one. The other one
dealer's choice.
Also, who knows how many more we're going to have with this guy? You know?
0.
Well,
it's over now.
At this pace, man, I tell you.
Because he's gout chasing.
That's fair. This is gout chasing.
What would your funeral look like?
We're still on funerals? Jesus Christ, James.
We'll get to life soon. I want to talk about death. This is the conversation we need to have.
What is my funeral? I mean, I want it to be a party. I want people to have a good time. Like I don't want people to mourn. Like I don't want people to be sad. Like I think that's again, like that's just me not dealing with death.
Can I do drugs? Are you giving me the carte blanche pass? All right, say less, kid. I'm there.
Fucking we'll pass that.
I'm there, yo. Is there going to be what's the walkthrough fee for your funeral?
What's the lady situation?
Yeah, dude. What's the host situation like at your funeral, bro? What are your wife's friends doing?
Where the graveyard hose at? Where the spooky hose at?
Yo, you got VIP? You gonna have VIP with the spooky hose at your funeral? The fuck? Something to think about. Something to plan. Something to digitally plan while you can. And you get the discount.
Chill, Nick. You're scaring the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, chill Nick Grant's ghost.
For real.
This whole ep is scaring the one hoe.
Chill Nick Grant's ghost. You're spooking the spooky hose.
No, I mean, like, I would just want people to have a good time. And honestly, I like short, quick, like, have a good time. Like, go fucking be merry and then forget about me.
All right. Very boring. Speaking of
the fuck
death,
you want, man? You're talking about you're asking me to literally plan my own funeral right now.
You've never thought.
Yeah, that's a normal question that people would ask their friend.
Is it?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, I want to hear from each of you how you would plan your own funeral.
Just throw me in the trash.
Yo, the best part was that Chuck was like halfway down.
Yeah,
I was grabbing a cold one.
Yeah, grab a cold one and then 360-degree tomahawk slam dunk Chuck's ashes into the trash can from the free throw line. Then you're good.
You guys are kooks.
From the three throw.
Yo, speaking of death, though.
No, you didn't answer my question. Don't fucking change the subject, bitch.
What?
I said you didn't answer my question.
I want Nate Dogg's discography blasting off the whole time. You said it: drugs, booze, hoes, spooky hoes, goth hoes, every hoe.
Yeah.
All the homies, all the close personal celebrity friends. I want Yoakum to fucking fit me out in Lagache head to toe. I want Chef there fucking DJing his sad tunes, and then I want Chuck to come on, DJ Chocolate Croissant, DJ Big Puppy Dog, and then DJ White Privilege comes on and just plays Rick Ross, BMF, 50 times in a row, but without the Styles P verse.
Oh, unlike James, I'm a simple guy. All I want is my close friends and families to executive oversee and produce a documentary about my entire life and legacy. And then my funeral will be a screening. and of the documentary, and then there'll be a Q&A, a quick Q&A, very tasteful after the fact with the director, who will be Steven
Ryan
Spielberg.
Coogler.
No, it will be
the director of the film, not of the film.
No, actually, no, because it's a documentary. We're gonna go with Scorsese because he did. I really like the fucking Last Waltz. I think he did a great job there. So we'll get Scorsese on the doc, and then Scorsese, and then my close personal friends and family will do a quick, very tasteful 50-minute Q&A to close out the screening, and then we put it online for free for everybody to learn about all the amazing things that I did.
That's
in
very
my
generous
life.
of you, Lawrence, to put it online for free. Like that's really big of you, man.
Yeah, man.
Mine would be
For sure, I
$5 plus. Also, I want to be cremated, fuck getting buried.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Turn all
I'm not
graveyards
very
turn all
funny.
graveyards into golf courses and turn those golf courses into farmland. You
Hey,
fucking
but
classist fucks.
I'm for whichever decision you make. Like that is your choice.
All right. Well, now that you have it on record, please plan our funerals accordingly.
All right,
Our last
got
living
you.
will and testament.
Got you.
Speaking of death and murder and horrible shit, how close did you come to murdering your child during quarantine?
I tell you this, man. Like teachers, I got to give it up to them. Like big fat shouts out.
Gave them
to
$1
teachers.
billion
Like, at
each.
the beginning of
Yeah, right.
the beginning of the quarantine, it was hell on ice. It was fucking ridiculous. This
That's a good episode
did
title
not
too.
want
Hell on
to-
Ice.
He did not want to learn for shit, and it's
So he was,
Who does? I don't
he was
blame
still
him.
in school.
So like
Iowa
like
went into
at the beginning.
Iowa.
At the beginning, so like in March, you're talking about like March, April, May.
Well, I thought
Like,
Iowa recognized the virus in like June.
Oh my god. Anyways, so like March, April, May, like where they like his teachers did not provide him, like they were not prepared for it, and like he did not get any type of curriculum. Like they were like, do this, like do these 5 things throughout the week. And
What would those
he
5
was like-
things even be? Like play
The thing-
tic-tac-toe? Like,
But it was like go to the fucking the Omaha Zoo exhibit online. It's like, God, seriously?
what kind of
Like,
animals are dropping at the Omaha Zoo, dude?
like
A fucking
bees are
mountain
dying at
lion?
an alarming
Fucking
rate.
math
Like,
owl?
teach him about bees.
All right.
But they just did not do a very good job of like building the curriculum around stay at home. And
Well, they had no time. This was the end of last school year.
they did have time to put things together and then build it iteratively, whatever that means.
not
Like
Iterate,
over.
innovate, futurism. That's
Jesus
what
Christ.
we do. Something
Shut
like that.
the fuck up.
I'm trying to do my job here, bro. Relax.
You're failing.
I get it.
But please continue with your critique
With your very cool
of,
zoo story.
of the Board of Education of Des Moines, please.
No, it was.
Please drag down
just-
these public servants more, please.
No,
Yeah.
they were not. They weren't prepared. Like, but since then, like since school started, like they've done it. They've gotten it together. They're doing a great job. He just is not a learn at
He's a
home
jock.
with his
He's
parents.
a jock. He's not a fucking nerd. A dweeb.
I don't know, man.
Was it-
like you give him his iPad, like he'll starve himself to death if you give him his iPad. And
Oh, he's a
That's
gamer?
a problem.
Is he on
Yeah.
Twitch?
Addiction.
Is he on Twitch?
I think all kids at that age, if you don't have an addiction at that age, like you're not normal.
Does he want to game with Chuck on some Pal Nation shit?
Yeah, does he use Twitch? Is he on what's the shit, TikTok?
No,
No.
he's 7.
Yeah, I mean he's honestly prime age to be like the next up and coming influencer at the
Yeah,
high.
Gosha Rubchinsky might hit him up soon.
Just relax. See, there it is. Here's another thing. I go, James, I don't feel like I should have to tell you this, but how about we stay away from the child rape jokes?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Who said anything about child rape? I said
Fine,
Gosha
child
Rubchinsky.
molestation.
Allegedly. It's all alleged.
Allegedly. He likes to watch. Allegedly.
Are you going to pull a Drizzy and dress your kid in head to toe full Chrome Hearts fit
Chrome.
like he did with Adonis?
No, absolutely not.
Don't.
Does
We'll
your kid
get
get
into
fitted
that.
now? Like, does your kid get fits off, or
Yeah.
is his style trash?
I mean,
like,
Besides paid partnerships, by the way, we don't see that hashtag
Chill,
ad, baby.
Yeah.
Chill, baby.
there was no hashtag at
Chill. Let me get my
FCC.
paper, bro.
FCC, if you're listening, this is a parody pod.
I'm not here to block your shine, so I take
That's
that back.
exactly
But
what
like,
you're trying to do right
how
now.
much? What's your boy's John budget?
Like he doesn't have one. It's like I'll
Right,
buy
it's
that
not
shit if
existent.
I think it's cool. Like it's just like basically just like Nike and Under Armour gear. Like
Does he dress
athletic-
himself? Does he dress himself, or does he?
Hell no.
Is it just you?
Hell no, he does not dress himself. I would never allow him to get out of the house dressed.
What would
does
he?
he-
What would he do? What would he?
He would just
What would he
some
wear?
wild shit, and it's just like no.
You
It'll
don't
make you look bad. So you're
Yeah,
like,
man,
you're dubbing him?
it.
Really?
But you don't want to let him like express himself or like learn to
Yeah.
express himself and like take chances and
Not
make
yet.
mistakes.
I will eventually.
So his style's trash is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No pieces.
I mean, yeah. Like
He has no
personal-
pieces.
It's personal.
You go on his IG and you're just like, yo, this fit his ass, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I tell him like, yo, like what you're wearing looks stupid. Like,
Damn.
it's gonna be-
What does he think of your style?
Yeah.
he likes my shoes.
Mate. Ollie's like, mate, your style is trash, mate.
Hey,
Your British son, Ollie?
that's fucking. Oh my god, that's. I mean, he likes my shoes, and he knows not.
What does that mean?
He knows not to touch my shirt.
You know not to hug
Daddy's
daddy.
Johns.
Ollie?
No,
you
like
know
if I'm
not to
wearing
hug
it, if I'm
father.
wearing it, like it's fine. Like, give me all the love. But like, if it's like nice and neatly folded somewhere, like, don't touch that shit.
Oh, that suede. Get your fucking juice box away from there.
Get your grubby little hands off daddy's suede, you fucking idiot. You
All right,
dumb bitch.
I'm allowed to say that. You are not allowed to say that.
I was extrapolating. It's
Yeah.
fine.
No, okay, but all right, real talk for a second. Let's get serious. Obviously, it goes without saying, recently the world has gone through some major upheavals, right? We've all had to kind of turn the lens in on ourselves and look internally and keep a vision out externally to kind of envision a more equitable and just world and work on how we get there. As the father to a son, have you had the very difficult conversation with him yet about why you wrote about sharding your pants and how it's now forever engraved in internet
man.
lore?
I was like, oh, I know where he's going. And then you threw me
Plot
off
twist,
a little
bitch.
bit.
Pooping your
Threw me off a
pants.
little bit, and then you got me. No, I have not. I will eventually tell him that story. I feel like it has to, like,
He's going to hear about it on a podcast eventually.
eventually.
That's right.
This is the thing. Like, I don't think. While I think people know me by that, I don't think people.
No one knows you by that.
That's the
Don't
thing.
even play that
There was a
card.
time where they did, but I think
And I'm not
No,
saying
they
now. You're right.
didn't.
There-
That's
I-
bullshit.
yes,
I
they did.
I have had people over the years make comments that are not, fans of the pod about that article, and it's like that's my like.
Mind
that-
about not
it's
talking me
less
shit in my
now-
pants in
less
front of my
now than maybe
kid.
a couple
God
years
damn.
ago.
I'm at Disney World, motherfucker.
less now than maybe a couple years ago, but that was like my magnum opus.
No,
unfortunately.
yes, but that's people don't. They
Bro, it
know
got
you
written
from
about in
being
it
our
got written about in
friend.
Deadspin.
They
Like,
know
it
about you
was-
being our friend, bro.
It
That's what they know you. for.
it held some weight, unfortunately.
Did you ever make contact with Gilbert Arenas again? Because he did have a complex podcast or some shit with like
No,
Mia
like
Khalifa?
I've jokingly commented on one or two of his posts, but I've never actually tried to be like, hey, you remember that time? And hey, let's talk about it. Bring me on your pod.
Have you given any thought at all to the fact that, and this is a serious question, my mom, when I was on the phone with her the other day, she's like, yo, if you keep doing the pod and talking about the things you talk about, you're never going to have a girlfriend. Because it's true. Anything you do on the internet is there forever. Have you given any thought to your son, one day growing up and reading the shit you wrote, whether good or bad, reading the shit you wrote, hearing about the things that you've done, because you have led a very robust online life.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be gone by the time he's old enough to.
No, it
Yeah,
won't.
if Trump's president, if Trump's reelected,
Oh, the
maybe.
world will be gone or the internet will be gone?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, who's to say?
true.
Do you think Trump's going to get reelected?
What?
Do you think Trump's going to get reelected?
I mean, no, but I'm not going down this path.
You're more plugged into
Yeah, what's happening in real America right now?
I mean, it's actually been less about the presidential race around here than it has been about some controversial
Issues?
than some controversial races, here in
Oh,
the area.
local shit.
Yeah.
Local shit. Interesting.
on what level? Governorship, Congress?
Yeah, not necessarily governor because she's not up for re-election right now, but just other
Local shit.
other offices that are, I think,
Interesting.
for instance, the whole obviously this hasn't happened recently, but the whole Steve King thing, he's been a
Piece of
fucking
shit.
but he's been a mainstay in Iowa for 20 some odd years. I mean, it's been, and he's represented a faction of Iowa that I don't know how that's possible. Right. So like that's obviously been like a big discussion in the Des Moines area, because obviously Des Moines Register is in Des Moines. So like they've obviously done what they can to drive him out. But you have, certain parts of the state that like I will never travel to.
Really?
So
Smart.
it's just like
Protect
between
yourself.
that,
Protect your neck. Protect your neck, dog.
and like the state in and of itself, like I've been here for half my life now, which is it's very crazy to say, but like I'm not.
Does that bug you out? Does that legitimately bug you out?
It does. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to think it, because like it doesn't seem that long ago that I was like growing up in the DC area, but I would say like the lifestyle, and I think the way that people have embraced like the way that I think, and not me personally, but me as a group, it's definitely grown over the years, and it's definitely it's refreshing, but at the same time, like it is scary, because it is a small area. Like you have, Des Moines, you have Iowa City, you have Ames, like those are college towns, right?
Right.
And then you have a couple of parts,
they're on the right side of history.
You got like Waterloo, and that's like split down the middle, where it's like, you have that's probably one of the heaviest like African American populations is in Waterloo outside of Des Moines. And then after that, it's like, you don't necessarily know how people are going to, or how people are going to react.
Well, you talked about this the last time you came on the show. Like, and James mentioned this to me earlier, because this is like a topic of conversation that we've had with you. Do you think things have improved since we last talked to you publicly in this? Like, as far as, and obviously there's been setbacks. I don't even know when the pod was, when you did the previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named. But like, do you think things have, at least when you think about it in your mind, you think things have gotten
I think
better?
that certain areas have improved, but I think there have been a lot of things that have worsened nationally that have obviously hit the state. But I would say as a whole, like Des Moines has improved a great deal. I think a lot of
it's called progress for a reason.
Yeah.
Boom.
And it like, there are a lot of progressives here. And I think like I think Des Moines was on the national stage a lot when when the protests were going on, because it was a hot button topic here. And, not to say like, wasn't like New York or LA, like they were always on the news, but I mean, for middle of the country city that, flyover state, it was a big deal. And I think a lot of people
Iowa as a whole is very politically engaged. I mean, the Iowa primary mobilizes the entire fucking state, right? And is like super important, obviously.
It's very important.
Have you had it sucks, and it's like tragic that there are parts of the state that you now call home that you just like, as a black man, I cannot go there. Have you had these conversations besides shitting your pants, sharding your pants? Have you had these like tough conversations with your kid about like Black Lives Matter or like growing up black in America?
We've had a lot of conversations that I have not wanted to have with him at this age, because I don't think he truly grasps it. But I think he's at the age where he knows he's different. And, that breaks my heart, like where you're different, but that you're different and people may treat you differently because of it, is like, those are two totally different concepts. Like, right. I feel like, you're different. Like that's good. That's something that they teach you when you're young. You're different, and people will treat you differently as more of an experiential thing. I feel like you should be prepared for it, but I think you aren't truly prepared for it until you experience it. Like the first time I was called the N-word, I was like 9 or 10. I was with a friend and I was in a grocery store and I accidentally bumped into someone. It's like, you've heard the word, like right. you know what it means, but I had completely disassociated myself from it until that happened.
Right.
And then it was like,
what do you remember from that moment that you would tell your son if he experiences that? Like just generally speaking,
it's like, that, people aren't born that way. That is a taught behavior. And that he will never be put in a situation where he is taught to hate someone for anything really. And that those types of things are only surface level, and that you can't give them what they want, the reaction that they want and that took me a really long time, because like that happened afterwards as well, where I know I didn't react the right way. And you don't necessarily, it's like what Mike Tyson said, like you have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And then, it's all out the window. Then it's like, all right, now I'm going to punch you in the mouth, or I'm going to just start crying and I'm going to fucking tattle on you. It's like, you don't know what to do in that situation. And the fact that it's still a conversation that I have to have, like it's a necessary evil right now. I think the fact that as a nation, we're having the conversation and hoping that people recognize, the differences that we have, and not this, we're all the same. And, not this, like, treat everyone the same. I don't necessarily believe, right. Like, I don't necessarily believe in treat everyone the same. Like you're never going to treat me the same as you are Lawrence. Like you're going to recognize me. You're not going to know anything about me, but you're already going to have some sort of preconceived notion, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And so how you treat me is already going to be different. So it's like, you have to almost relearn those types of reactions. And like, I don't expect that to happen, but at the same time, like I want to try to get beyond we're all the same. And my friend is purple and I don't see color. It's like, no, you do, like, but how you react to it is what is what's important. So
the I don't see color shit is some bullshit Reaganism. Like, oh yeah, racism isn't a thing. I don't like that's you do.
It's an excuse.
It affects your behavior, and it's
a cop out.
It's a
yes,
for sure.
Exactly. 100%.
Speaking of cop outs, like, you talked about Iowa just being very, and the whole country being very like charged at this moment. And yes, like, we want to like, whatever, extend a hand, blah, 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 work together to get to this, to, progress past this. However, that being said, are there gun nut, militia, pussy, asshole, raccoon fuckers? Is that a common thing in Des Moines?
Not in Des Moines. I wouldn't say that it's a hot button issue here. I'd say, there are parts of Iowa where it is like people are more in favor of it than they are not. But I'd say that it's not a like over the top like issue like you would expect in the Midwest, to be completely honest.
So it's not like people are carrying around fucking long rifles and being like, yo, like,
no,
take my gun from my cold dead hands.
I mean, not that I have seen, like, I haven't seen that as an issue, like, but there are still a lot of, Second Amendment, people in the state that are firm believers of, their right to bear arms, and don't see beyond, some of the, some of the changes that we think are necessary to avoid, issues like what happened in, Wisconsin, or, issues that really that happen anywhere. And I think, it's just not as vocal here.
Right.
So, I mean, which is probably scarier, to be completely honest. Like, I'm more afraid of those who are, hiding in the shadows. And I think this administration has definitely brought more of them out, so you can at least know, all right, like, boom, like, I know where they stand on issues. It's better to know that now, so I can,
cross the street when you see them.
Right. So
are people wearing masks there?
Yeah. I mean, I think more than people would expect. It's definitely mandated. I shouldn't say it's privately mandated in a lot of areas here, but they did try to pass an ordinance in Des Moines for, 24/7, like, if you're out and about, and that shit got squashed hella quick. So,
I mean, it seems like it's kind of like a little, I mean, you're in the office. I don't know if you're like fully staffed, and I think like in New York, at least, we're a little ahead of the rest of the country, but I think a lot of people are still pretty wary of going to the office. But it seems like Des Moines is kind of open. I mean, you wanted to record the pod today while getting fucking inked up at a steampunk tattoo parlor, which is a terrible idea. You would have
But
no.
this is the thing.
You'd have no service. It would be loud as shit. We just hear
It wasn't.
fucking.
So my tattoo guy, like he literally like
The steampunk with the monocle.
yeah,
And,
that
and the
guy.
metal bird beak.
That guy, he literally makes equipment that is like soundless. So that's why I was going to explain that, but I was like, I don't feel like going that deep.
All right,
into
what tattoo do you
conversation.
get? What tattoo do you get?
I just got a tattoo on my leg.
What was it?
What is it? Let's do the tat check. We asked earlier. Show us the fucking
No one's gonna see
ink.
it. There's no
The
video.
Yaddy. Show us the yat.
It is a tombstone that said on my
How
leg.
apropos.
Pizza. Tombstone pizza.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
It says R.I.P. a dead bitch.
So the reason why I'm apprehensive to say this is because like I've been thinking about getting this tattoo for probably 2 years now, and it's a pretty small tattoo.
2 years, long time.
But I'm saying like this is the thing. Like I'm a spur of the moment guy. Like if my guy's like, hey, I got a spot open, like come get a tattoo. Like I won't go into my fucking mental Rolodex and be like, all right, I want to get a tattoo. Like, what am I going to get?
Is it like a cool girl small tat, like right here on your little arm?
So
No,
it's more about the act of getting tattooed than the artwork.
No, like I'm still very much about the artwork. I feel like I have
give
a
and take.
certain aesthetic, and I definitely like what I would get.
Yeah,
with-
flaming basketball is the aesthetic,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Do you still
But
have
what I
that?
would get is like
The
it would
aesthetic
be-
is and one T-shirt on sale at Marshalls.
Yeah, no
That's
fear.
what
But this is the thing, like so that's
Your aesthetic
basically
is
what
Calvin
my-
on the Calvin sticker on the back of a pickup truck pissing.
on a flaming basketball.
I'd probably do it. It would be small, but I would do it. I'd probably do somewhere not visible, but I would do it. So
What's on the tombstone, or is it just a fucking
it says
little-
right now, like it's gonna fucking go away. It says it is what it is, and that's like
It is
okay.
what it is.
So the reason why like I'm apprehensive is because of comments that our current administration have made recently, and that quote was made. So like I actually had the conversation with again like my wife about it. Like she was like, "Are you really going to get that now?" Knowing I was like, I don't think that what was said is going to have a lasting effect. I think it was fucked up what was said, but everything else that this administration has said is far
Shithole
beyond.
countries.
Like it will,
McCain's
like,
a
it
bitch.
will pass. And this is something that I've been wanting to get. Like it's more of like my mantra, and that's like it is what it is until I die. Like that's
Very
what.
chill. Do you
It is
still
what
have
it
the
is,
flaming
so it's
ba- do
not
you still have-
anymore.
Do you still have the flaming basketball tattoo?
Of course I do. I'm actually thinking about getting it touched up because
Oh, please get it touched up. That's like being like, yo, should we touch up the Mona Lisa? God damn motherfucking right you should.
But no, you
What's that
shouldn't
one-
touch up
what's
the
that one
Mona Lisa
painting in
because it's a
Spain? What's that
masterpiece,
one
like,
painting in
in its
Spain?
original creation, like it's a
No,
masterpiece.
you got
What's that one painting in Spain that got touched up and it just got fucking destroyed?
Oh, from the Virgin Mary to a howler monkey.
No, man, it was a fucking. Was it? I
Oh,
thought
I
it
mean,
was
this happens all the time. This happens all the time, but it's the same shit.
It was.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up and your flaming basketball is gonna be what is worse than that? Yours can only get better. You're at rock bottom.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
I feel like if it just
could
smeared,
become
it would
the,
be better.
It could become the flaming skull of like Ghost Rider or some shit.
Yeah, shout out Nick Cage. the
No,
goat.
like I'm gonna keep the tattoo. I'm just talking about like touching up the color.
Yo, you should, to James's point, you should make the only way to make the tattoo worse, aka better, is take the basketball, turn into a skull, and just be a flaming.
No, you should
skull.
add to it.
No,
Make it a whole, make it a whole
I
scene.
should add a Jordan symbol like at the bottom.
Oh,
of it,
with
like
the flaming
he's-
skull.
Yeah,
Or the flaming
no,
no,
with the
it
flaming
should be-
basketball.
All right,
It
guys.
just-
So it should be
matters.
Ghost
Guys.
Rider dunking the flaming. So it's like Ghost Rider Jordan.
Guys.
Yes, very
Yes,
cool.
in the
We're missing
Jordan
the
pose.
fucking. We're missing the most obvious answer. It should be the Grateful Dead skeleton on the Lithuania
Oh,
Damn.
come
dunking the
on.
fucking
All right.
flaming basketball
Okay.
into Trump's asshole.
Damn, listen,
All right,
you know
no,
what?
no,
When
that's
Jimmy's
just-
right, Jimmy's right. He got one.
I can't front. Where'd Sean go?
Undeniable.
Sean had to bounce. He's got some
left.
some John Draper shit to handle.
He couldn't say goodbye.
No, because
Get
we're
on the
doing our
group text,
work. We're
but-
doing our work, bro. This
Yeah.
is a job.
Yeah.
Go
I mean,
back.
look,
Hurts.
you got Shardy B.
It is what it is.
You got
It is
the
what it is,
fucking
bitch.
lots of small, cool little tattoos. You got hats. You got sneakers. You're obviously a
Cute
cool
little
dad.
tattoos.
Like cool dad is very much like your brand. And for all the aspiring cool dads out there, all the dads that want to become cool dads, all the cool guys that want to become dads,
Mhm.
how do you like balance this? Like, what's the first piece of foundational advice you give to a dude out there that's trying to become a cool dad?
Like just like this is the thing. Like I'm not going to give advice to any parent because everybody learns and does things
your
differently. It's
kids.
like don't don't adapt who you are, to try to be another type of parent. Like who you are is like, that's who your child is ultimately going to be. Like, I know that my child is going to be a dickhead when he grows up. So like, I'm fostering, that type of relationship with him where like we can be dickheads together. But I have, obviously I have to put the parameters of where the dickheadedness is too far. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm allowing him to have his own personality, but you still have to put, those goalposts up of like, all right, you got to stay within these lanes.
I guess my question was less about actual parenting and more about like being like dressing like a cool dad.
Oh, I thought you just meant like in general. Like, cool
no, I don't give a fuck about parenting.
No,
then why did you let me just ramble on like
just
that?
Something really fun and easy and like, it's a podcast.
I thought you were going to say hit your
having fun.
kids. I thought you were going to say hit your kids or don't hit your kids or whatever. But
Adrian Peterson style. Nick's favorite football player.
What if they touch your suede? What if they spilled fucking apple juice on your suede though?
Well, I'm not going to hit them. I'm just going to shake the shit out of them.
Shaken baby syndrome. Got it.
I mean, at 7, like it's beyond that. So like, it's just going to rattle him a little bit.
Ring his bell. You're going to ring his bell.
What?
Night time.
Let me ring your bell.
No, I like.
You're gonna CTE or
The thing is, like my child walks all over me because like he knows like I'm not going to do shit about it.
Well, because he has CTE and he doesn't know the difference between you and the floor.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to lay a hand on my child, but like.
Right, you're just shaking him vigorously.
Style wise, how do you become a cool dad?
All right.
Have a fucking nappy pocket in the back.
Ollie, get over here.
I don't get. Is that like Ollie a traditional?
Please, Sam.
I thought that
You
was
named your son. You named your son Ollie.
I thought that was a silver Doc Martin when you held that up. Let me see the mic real quick.
Silver Doc Martin.
It looked like when you're shaking it, like shake it real quick,
Like a baby.
Like Ollie, I'm shaking him. You
right there.
fucking son of a bitch!
Touch my fucking suede.
I'm very much a
My auto Iowa
like
fucking
all my clothes
grinders.
are
You touched me
comfortable.
fucking Jones.
I'm trying to answer the question now. Like,
What question?
and your both of your.
Let's talk about
accents are
money.
ass.
What?
Yeah, please let's change the subject because I'm getting tired.
All right, let's talk about the second segment of this podcast.
Yeah, we're
done talking about
two-thirds of the way
ourselves.
through. We're 1/3 of the way through.
We can talk
I'll
about
go
you
to
now,
the
I guess, a
second
little bit. Nick, so obviously, talking about money used to be just like death used to be a gauche taboo subject that people would like, ew, icky, they'd shy away from it. However, it's a conversation we need to have. Salary transparency is very important so that people, especially marginalized people who weren't necessarily fairly compensated earlier or before, can have transparency and insights into their actual worth, their comps, right? So the question is, how much money do you make? And if you don't answer, you're a fucking class trader.
Well, I can tell you, I still make more than you.
Woo, free smoke. Not more than me, though.
I probably make more than you two. I make more than both of you. You guys get paid the same.
Wait, you think you
much you
make
make?
more than both of us combined, though?
No, not combined,
Suck our dick,
but it's
dude.
probably close.
You saw the boot, you know what the boot sales are?
Yeah, you don't know about the boots, bitch. You don't know about the boots.
Well, I'm
You're
sure
not buying
that your boot sales is like
boots.
essentially what I get paid for writing a piece. So
Wow, that's
Damn.
cap. Such fucking cap, bro.
Oh, you get paid $190 a word?
it's 190. Wait, how much is that?
Yeah, that's what we thought, bro. You can't.
What's
even
your
do math.
rate? If you want to hire you to write your
I don't do rates.
podcast
I've never
description.
done rates. It's like,
All right, if we want to hire you to write your podcast description, what are you going to charge us? It's like 150 words. Plus social plus the social copy.
I'd do it for you guys for free.
Wow,
What?
That's
Yeah,
how
man.
are you rich if you're just charging nothing?
I don't ever do that. Like I've done it on occasion for the homies, but
All right, so you think you make more money than us, which you don't. How much money would you like to make? Like, obviously, you took this job because it's a huge pay raise. But where do you see yourself kind of tapping out at? And again, like, it's dumb to be like, oh, I want to make $1 billion. But like, what do you actually want to make where you're like comfortable, you set your son up, et cetera, et cetera. You can finally admit to your wife how much you spent on John's. What's that number?
I'm very curious.
I don't know that it's. I don't know that I have a number in mind. I mean, I don't even know what it would take to. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I mean, you live in
I've
Iowa.
never
so
thought about this
fucking-
remotely.
It's what is it, like $85,000? Is that like what you max out at?
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Like I said, like I make more than you do, but I don't know. Like, this is the thing. Like, as much as I like to spend money, I'm not a big like money monger. Like, I'm not like
a money man.
It's not a huge thing for me. I don't know. And that's probably part of my issue is like, I'm not always looking for the next dollar. Like I look for opportunities, but I'm not like thinking like, how can I cash up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I feel like I'm doing, I want to be paid for what, you know, for what I'm doing. And like, I know what my expectation is based on, you know, what I'm doing. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to go above and beyond with a number that it's not a huge deal to me.
All right. Well, what do you spend on?
What's your? I know it's weird. I don't know.
No, it's not weird.
You can start fantasizing, my friend.
So humble, bro. You're so humble.
Really cool.
I'm not trying to be humble. I'm just like, money is like, it's whatever, man.
What do you mean? What's whatever? It is.
All right, give us some money.
It is not only the root of all evil. It is the most important fucking measure.
It's extremely important. So I want to make sure that I'm providing for my family.
Nick, are you
that I have?
Are you? We know you're not going to buy the boots, and we're not saying it's because you're too broke. But are you a patron?
No.
So you didn't see yourself in The Last Pants. So I watched The Last Pants at least.
I did. You sent
6 or 7 times.
I did. You sent me the video.
Like, you did watch it.
I need to fucking subscribe.
Oh yeah. What did you think? What did you think of what did you think of Guillermo del Chaco?
I mean, it was really long. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Did you watch your segments though?
I don't even think I watched my segment.
You didn't watch anything?
No, I think I watched like half of it because I was toward I had like little parts. Like,
no, it was definitely like an oral history documentary, just like what I want at my funeral. It was I think Chuck did a great job.
It was a long time ago, man.
Just save some money and play the last pants at Lawrence's funeral. Yeah. What if we put this episode behind the paywall? Would you subscribe for Patreon?
No.
Damn. All right. What's your John's bet? What do you spend on John's every month?
Patreon's
$5K.
It goes up and down, man. Honestly, like there were probably like the first couple months of COVID, I don't think I bought anything. And then I just started wilding out. Like, I don't know what my issue was. I think I was just missing like the
$6K
consumption. Like, and then like I started to get more into the vintage, like movie tees and like it got out of hand.
4K.
So, then there was like this time where like a couple of pairs of shoes came out like all around the same time. And
you needed all them. And you needed all of them.
I mean, I needed a good amount of them. So I was like, fuck, like, yeah, I want them, but
was that like off-white 4s?
Yep.
Like that?
Yeah, all the dunks that came out. Like, I really wanted like the Kentucky dunks and the Syracuse ones.
Those were fire. Chuck and I can both attest.
I don't think I'll go beyond that except for maybe like the black and white ones that I think are supposed to come out next year.
Mm-hmm.
You copping the Virgil car?
That thing's fucking dumb. It's a goddamn.
You copying the Virgil Scion XB?
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. Like I almost had my hands.
You copying the Travis merch?
You got the Travis meal. You got the Travis burger. The Travis cactus. I have
Jack mixed burger. Feelings about that whole thing. Like, props to Trav for like getting his. Like, he has made some fucking big ass moves over the last year. Like moves that nobody else can make.
Yeah. He overpromises and he underdelivers with the best.
But this is the thing. He keeps getting the opportunities. So it's like he's doing something.
Because this is proof of society digressing.
Oh, well, here's the thing, right? If you track his collaborations, right? It's like start small, right? It's Ben Trill, Bape. Yeah. Then it's like probably a few more in there. Then it's like Jordan. Then Reese's Puffs. Then McDonald's. You're fucking climbing up.
Fortnite. You forgot about Fortnite.
That's fine.
Probably the biggest one.
I mean, you're climbing up the corporate ladder, right? You're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. At what point can you no longer go big? However, you've collabed with the corniest brands in the fucking world, and like who is gonna work with you now?
This is the thing.
Raytheon.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Like, Halliburton.
I think the reason why the reason why I respect it more now is because it is
Department of Defense.
All right, so I'm trying to get serious here, James. Can you fucking buckle up here?
Oh, a Cactus Jack Predator drone? Woo!
Oh, dude. Hell yes.
Gives a new meaning to Quick Strike.
Yo, I know my boy Obama is getting ready to throw that on a playlist for sure.
You guys
Quick Strike. What?
You guys done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to get you out of here and we're going to do the rest of the pod ourselves. No, I'm just kidding. What were we talking about?
I was going to
John's
say
budget?
Hold on.
Let him talk about Travis
Scott. I'm saying the reason why I think I respect him and what he's doing, what he's done over the last 2 years now, is because it does show, like, it doesn't matter who you are. It matters, really your clout and the fact that he is an African-American man.
What do you mean it doesn't matter who you are? It matters if you have to be Travis Scott.
I mean, apparently, and this is the thing, like Travis, no matter what you think, like Travis Scott is a black man, and like he's doing this, and like you could tell he doesn't really give a fuck about it. Like he's able to use his brand and his name and like really not have to do very much and make money off of it, and like really like exploit capitalism and do it as, someone who is, I think, as always kind of been anti-establishment. Now, granted, like he has to stay within certain parameters, but like as a black man, I think it's good to see. Now, granted, whether I like him or not, I don't know.
As the head of Throwing Fits Biz Dev, which is obviously booming, I mean, it really just goes to show that like every action has its price, right? So like if McDonald's came to him like, hey, you want to work together? He probably would have said no. But if like, hey, you want to work together and here's a fucking $1 billion, then yes. Like,
but
yes,
like
let's make some fucking, let's make some jorts, let's make some boxers.
Some
Getting
jorts.
that bag as a black man in a very torn time. And I'm like, dude.
Oh, you think it's even more significant that it's happening right now, that the Cactus Jack quarter pounder with 3 strips of bacon, barbecue
Absolutely.
sauce,
This is the
and
thing,
Sprite
like,
happened right
he's
now.
getting his bread during one of the most
A race
divisive
war.
times, in, I wouldn't say in our lifetime, but in our adulthood. And it's like to see my side, doing that. It's like,
This is fucked up, but would you rather it be happening to somebody else?
no,
No.
not necessarily.
I mean, Travis Scott's music sucks.
No, it doesn't, man. I love Travis Scott. I've always loved Travis Scott, and you know that.
Really? This is poor man's Kanye West. What do you mean we've known that? You're better than Travis
This is the
Scott.
thing.
You're a grown
This
ass
is the thing.
man, dog.
What are you
talking about?
I know you're not talking. You went on a
Does your kid love Travis?
Dogged you the entire time.
Does your kid love Travis?
Yeah, does Ole? Is he a rager?
It's lit,
he
Pop.
probably
It's
likes
lit,
a couple
Papa.
songs, but he's not like. Let's listen to that. Let's listen to Tennis.
but you're a rager?
Papa.
No, man. I just like his music.
Bruv!
I'm not associated.
Bruv, I get them goosebumps every time, bruv.
I survived the rodeo, Papa.
Papa, mamacita, papa.
Oh, man.
So are you going to cop any of the Travis merch to support?
Yeah, what are you copying in the chicken nugget body pillow?
That's probably the only fire piece.
Probably, arguably.
boxers.
No, I will not. He doesn't need my support. He has my emotional support.
Your
So you
undying love.
emotionally support black men succeeding, but not monetarily,
Oh, don't do
Financially,
that.
but
Don't
not
do that, man.
financially.
Don't do that.
not fiduciarily.
Don't do that, man.
You'll pay for
He already
Nike.
got his bag. He got his bag. Don't do that. Next subject.
What's your John's budget? I want to know. What do you? Because you
We
are
gotta
a
we gotta
serious
wrap
John
this up. What's
Copper.
your John budget? Just
You
give
guys
us a
said
number.
4.5 hours. We're like an hour in.
No, we're
No,
we're
we're 2 hours.
We're on the clock.
Well, you were late.
What is your John's budget?
I mean, it ranges, man. It's anywhere
What was
from
the month of August? The damage, last month of summer.
Oh man, it was bad.
It looked bad, but looked so good.
I mean, I probably spent. I really don't want to say because if there's any chance that my wife will listen to
Oh,
this,
she's not listening. We're an hour and a half or an hour 45
probably
in.
I did not spend $2,000, but I did not spend close to that.
I like that. That's fancy.
That's not a normal month. That is nowhere near a normal month.
That's
That
a
was
big month.
But then what's
that
a
was
normal
high
month?
end. Normal month is probably. I mean, it could be anywhere from like 200 to 1,000. It depends.
Would I say, Nick, if you want to know what a professional menswear podcaster says per his month John's addiction budget, I say 1,000 or less. Just 1,000 or less.
Yeah, fine. There you go. Boom.
What was the lion's share of the nearly 2K? Was it the?
It's got to be
the
sneakers.
fours?
Always, it's sneakers
Cristos?
with this man. Look at this
Honestly,
fucking man.
dog.
Sneakers.
It was probably vintage movie T-shirts.
Shut up! You are capping,
Yeah.
bro.
What's the
You're
average?
capping.
What's the average? Are you copping like triple digi tees or like the $40 joints?
A lot of the good ones, like the ones that are made on certain like stock T-shirts, are triple digits.
Nobody's read the Wikipedia plot of Sister Act 2 in years, and you're spending triple digis on
This is the
promo
thing, like,
merch.
this is pure nostalgia, and I know that sometimes nostalgia costs money. Here's one thing that is absolutely going to blow your mind. So like obviously like
Try me,
the drug in a
follow-
Philip K. Dick novel. Come on.
I follow like the vintage movie T-shirt community. Like I'm not like
what does
ingrained in
that
it
mean?
because the guys that find them and sell the T-shirts and like they know-
Community.
yes, absolutely. It is a community, just like fucking vintage punk T-shirts or vintage rap T-shirts. Like it's the same thing.
All right.
Anyways, this dude sold a fucking Aladdin T-shirt with the genie on it for $6,000.
What? $6,000?
$6,000. Like
How good was the picture of Robin Williams doing voice acting?
It was like an all over print, like with like the genie on it, like a big print of the genie on it. Sold for $6,000.
That's crazy.
What's your Grail vintage tee?
There is a it's like from the 90s.
Is it First Kid starring Sinbad?
No,
Ooh.
it's actually The Exorcist, and it's the poster, like the original poster T-shirt from the 90s. Like it came out in the 90s. It
And
wasn't like
you needed an XL because you're a big boy.
exactly. But I've only seen them in large or XL. Like I've never seen it smaller than that. But
So
like,
you're confident
that one,
you're going to
like,
acquire?
I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it because it's like a $1,200 T-shirt now.
$1,200?
What's the most you spent on a vintage movie tee? Again, your wife is not listening.
Yeah. Be
For
real.
years, honey.
Earmuffs. Babe,
Actually,
earmuffs.
it was probably this one. I got it for. Hold on.
No one watches this movie, so you better be careful with what you say. No
I
one
don't give
cares
again,
about
like
this
I
movie.
do not give a shit. Like cancel, babe.
No one's canceling you for having bad taste in movies, bro.
This is not again.
Distract 2 is
I
fire.
feel like people are going to agree with me. Are going to be on the right side of history on this one.
Distract 2 is
You
a good
are
one.
on the
You
wrong-
need
you are on the wrong.
Do
an
not
Eddie.
say more than 350.
Yeah, I think it was. I actually think it was 350. I'm going to be honest. I think it was actually. It was, I think it was
That's
400.
so borderline, Maro.
Mamma mia.
That
makes me
This
say
is the
whoopee.
thing. That's the thing. This is how I think about it. It is a T-shirt that I can wear. I can if I need to sell it. If I'm like fuck it, I'm done with it. Yes, it is a T-shirt I can wear.
You
It's
gotta
not
go
an
and
investment.
fucking-
No one else. Who else are you going to find to buy this
I
off
could
your
sell
back?
this. I could sell this shirt for $700 right now.
Dude, Whoopi Goldberg's granddaughter?
Possibly if she's in the vintage movie T-shirt
Does
business.
she even have
Listen, man.
granddaughters?
Again, hey, I don't want to have to say this to you because you are a friend, but stay in your lane, Lawrence.
Oh, okay. All right. Whatever you say,
This
boss.
is not. This is not your cup of tea.
You're right. You're right. I have better taste in this.
Do you think how much
You were wearing a fucking 50-cent T-shirt the other day. The fuck?
What do you like? And you know how expensive the 50-cent T-shirt was?
Oh my.
$100.
$8,000.
Nick Grant, where can I get my hands on an Eddie t-shirt? Speaking of Whoopi Goldberg.
Just like an Eddie Murphy one.
No, Eddie, like the movie where she's head coach of the Knicks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
Classic.
Philistine.
You're not. You're not going to find that.
Really?
Yeah,
that probably
I
doesn't
think
even
I-
exist.
Vlade Divac was in that.
It does exist. I've seen it, and
Oh,
it's
shit.
probably it's not. You're not going to be able to get your hands on it.
How much?
It's probably. I mean, upwards of $1,000.
Oh God, damn it!
Jesus
It
Christ.
depends. Again, like it depends on what the T-shirt is made on. I'm going to be completely honest to you. Like
There's like an OG.
The blank? You mean the blank itself?
There's the blank. Some of the blanks, like if you find a certain type of blank and it's like a good like poster T-shirt,
Yeah.
that costs bank.
The
When did
blank
this
adds hundreds of dollars.
When did this love
because
for
it's
vintage
quality.
movie tees start? It's definitely a recent,
It's
somewhat
gotta be
relatively
it's
recent phenomenon.
90s for sure. 80s, 90s.
No,
late
for
80s?
Nick.
Oh.
Probably last year, but I just wasn't like investing in them. Like I found.
What are you, fucking Dave Portnoy, bro?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like I wasn't like spending money on them. Like I saw
Nikki
them.
Day
and be
Trader.
Like that's a cool T-shirt, and it just
Nikki T.
made me-
Trader?
It just made me delve deeper into it because of the nostalgia. I think
You got
more than anything.
sucked in.
Yeah, it was. I need
Nikki
like
T.
that.
Trader Global.
Just when you thought
That
you
wasn't
were
a good
out,
one, Lawrence.
Stonks.
you back in.
Don't tell me if I'm doing a good job or not, you motherfucker.
I can do that because you're. That was not a good joke. You've had some good jokes tonight, but that was not a good one.
Whatever, bro.
He's got you there. All right. Besides Whoopi Goldberg t-shirts, and I guess your kid's college fund and putting him in trash or allowing him to put himself in trash bits. What else do you like to spend your money on? Just generally speaking, like yard work. You're a suburban dad. Like
No, food. So this is the other thing. Like this is probably the reason why I got to slow down. Like I just bought myself, I just bought my wife a bike, and it's expensive. I'm not going to talk about the price of it because I'm ashamed of it.
What kind of bike? Like a mountain bike or a speedster?
It's a
roadie.
It's a electric assist bike.
Shit, like a delivery person?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know, but like. I'm ashamed of how much that cost, but I got it for her birthday because she wanted to ride bikes with our son more. And I also had to buy myself a bike, which I bought a cheap used one. So I was like, I'm not going to that level.
Why did you want the electric assist bike just to ride bikes with your kid? Like, is your kid fucking zooming down the gravel path?
Well, I shouldn't say that. It's like she wanted a bike to ride, like mainly to ride with her
Grand Strong.
But she also
eat my dust, Ollie.
She also wanted to like go on like rides for like a workout for herself when the weather.
But it's not a workout.
So the electric doesn't help at all.
But that's the thing. Like you don't need it. Like we've gone on longer bike rides. She hasn't necessarily used it, but if we're going on,
but it's there, and all that matters is it's there.
If we're going on, yeah, exactly. If we're going on a 30 or 40 mile bike ride,
of mind.
You may need that.
30 or 40 miles.
Yeah,
30, 40 miles. Like, first of all, how sore is your gooch? And then also, do you have the cycling fits yet?
You have to get bike shorts that have padding in them.
If you're a pussy.
What's the best brand for bike shorts?
I have no idea. Like I bought some that just looked like they were thicker than the rest because
right,
I got a fat.
Got to pad that pussy.
Fat gooch. You bought the Magnum for the fat gooch.
He's got that gorilla. He's got that gorilla grip bussy.
Damn. Excuse me, sir. I'll have your tightest gorilla grip gooch.
Because that's like we went on like one of the first rides I went on was like a regular. It was like a 10 mile ride.
Yeah, Gooch
like
Fest 2K20. I heard about it.
On flat surface, and dog, my shit was humming the next day.
Yeah.
No joke. Bike riding is no joke. Like some of them are easier than the other, but
Shark Gucci board.
My man, the Shark Gucci board going brazy.
Lots of cheese.
But we also just bought a fucking backsplash. So it's like adult shit. I hate.
Oh, for your oven?
Yeah.
No, it's
for your stovetop.
But it's like dumb shit like that. Like I want to finish my basement. Like that's the next thing. Like
man cave?
Yeah. What is the vibes, bro? Can you paint us?
I mean,
paint us the finished product.
Ben Baller man cave vibes.
I'm talking like it's going to be a sports plaza.
What does that mean? You're going to have an ice skating rink?
Cool.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, no, it's just going to be a run of the mill like sports bar type.
Are we invited? Is TF invited for the next corporate retreat?
You guys, you guys are banned from. No,
wait, Nick.
No, we're not getting into this shit again. I told myself I was because this is
when you were coming to New York. We're not staying on my couch, and I told you
we're not doing this.
You're not allowed because I'm married. I expect a different type of hospitality.
Oh wow, I forgot about that. You asked me too.
I am still very.
Like get a hotel.
Come on, bro.
You didn't ask me.
Nick,
Chuck, nobody wants to stay with you, Doug.
I had another room. John, I had JVL and I had another room. Whatever.
Why when you knew this conversation was happening, like hit your boy up?
No, I didn't. When you got to New York, you were like, I had nowhere to stay. I had to go.
No, I did. First off, I did not say that because I did have a place to stay. I had a fucking Airbnb. But the fact that I had to book an Airbnb is what really fucking.
That grinded your gears. You were disappointed. You wanted better hospitality than having to book even.
I did not think that it was going to be that.
You expected a higher level of hospitality.
I didn't think it was going to be that
all difficult. Just like, hey man, we're all 32, 33. Like, don't you just want to don't you make more money than me? Like, don't you want to just get an Airbnb?
Yeah, I mean, touche.
Like, I knew I wasn't staying that long. I knew I wasn't going to be like. I just needed a place to fucking rest my head at night. I didn't want to.
Look, when we come to
the fucking band, bro. You wanted the wait to be fucking rested, bro.
Nick, here's the thing: when Lawrence and I come to Iowa City or wherever you live, we're not asking to stay. Waterloo? You live Waterloo? Is that
Waterloo?
Continue.
We're not asking to stay with you. We're just asking if we can come fucking kick it in the fucking man cave. And question, do you have friends?
Yeah, I have friends.
You have friends in Iowa City? Like you guys like hang and like kick it? Like
first off, I swear to God, you say Iowa City one more time, I'm going to punch you through this mother fucking computer.
You should do it. You should do it.
Are they John's enthusiasts?
No. I have some that like they care a little bit, but like it's not a common thing that we have.
It's not normal.
No.
Yeah.
Which
you wouldn't ask them to sleep on their couch.
So you guys just talk about like sports and like yard care.
I'd say most of the friends that I've kept over the years here are like former teammates like that are still around. So
Drake boys. What do you call your teammates?
We're teammates, yeah.
What do you say? You would say former teammates, not like
who's the
OVO unruly?
No,
who's the OVO Jello of the squad?
I don't even know what that means.
Yo, also to be fucking crystal clear, just because Nick Grant absolutely, per my wife's extremely strong fucking hammer of justice, was not allowed to sleep on my couch, it does not mean that we didn't go out very fucking hard and had a classico night.
Yeah,
To be
we had
clear.
a pretty good time.
That was a great time. So,
R.I.P. Lil Bump. Let's get into the third and final topic of this podcast. Before we get into the segments, it's just topics.
Oh, fuck, I forgot we have
Third
that.
topic: meats and cheeks, baby.
Dad. Sorry.
No, you can do it. You can say it. It's fine.
Can I do it for Nick? Can I do it? Nick, can I do it? Can you give me
I do it?
consent? Oh yeah, you can do it.
No, I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it?
wanna
No,
associate
please do it.
myself
Do
with
it.
that.
Do it.
No, you got it. All right, that was okay. But
Oh, good to hear.
I
That
really
was good, right? I thought that was
good.
real good.
I didn't really care.
How was that? Was that super
I
good?
want to hear Chuck say it.
That was good.
Chuck, your turn.
do it.
I can't read.
No, do it. You have to do it.
He's got to
So
hold up
bad.
the mic and everything. That's
Chuck. So bad every time. All right.
Confirmed sex haver. What's the worst part about having a kid?
them growing up. I don't know.
Can't smoke around.
Oh, because you want them to stay tiny and like a little baby forever?
Yeah, I mean, like
You want to treat them like a little pet, like a
when
little
your
toy
children
poodle?
grow up, like they start to gain their own personality, which you love to see. But
You
at the
said
same
he's going
time,
to be a
it's like
dickhead.
exactly. But you yearn for the days where it was like
Simpler times.
cuddle with like mommy and daddy and like wanting to like loving being your child versus like fuck out of here, dad. Like
Fuck
I'm on the
off.
iPad.
Yeah.
Like,
What's some
you know,
shit he does now that really pisses you off?
God, there's quite a few things.
So many.
Let it out, baby. This year menswear time to menswear nut.
Yeah,
Let it all out.
nothing to do with menswear, but I wouldn't say that
Is
there's.
there one thing that really sucks?
I'd say like he's gotten into this thing right now where like he just it may be borderline sociopathic where he just lies for no reason. Like he'll like
Yes.
he'll like
Oh, you
slip.
and me both, brother. Ollie!
He'll like slip like yesterday.
No,
Just-
Dad.
just fucking
Those
pisses me off.
shoes are cool.
Possibly. Like he'll like
It is a-
slip on
It's a big fit
on the
ball.
hardwood with his socks
Baba.
on. And it's like he'll fall and he'd be like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that." I was like, "Why are you lying?" Like I know
That's not a
you
lie.
meant-
He's
No.
trying to cover his own ass. He's like,
but
no,
the
cool, I'm
thing,
cool,
like,
I'm cool.
He does it all the time, and it's like why is that something you feel the need to lie about?
So it's a bit.
That's self-consciousness.
He's doing bits. Yo, this is
Yeah.
great, man.
He's developing self-awareness.
He's becoming a
That's-
professional podcaster. He's developing his first
Possibly.
bits.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. And I don't know. He's a great kid. Like he is super polite. Like he's got a great personality. Like he'll like have a conversation with you. He's not like super shy. Like
He's hot.
How's
That's
he-
the most important thing. He looks good. That's the most important thing.
he's
He looks
he's
good.
a
How's he
beautiful
doing with the lady?
Yeah. Is he? He has a lot of girlfriends. And what grade is he in? He's 7.
second
Second grade.
second grade. But
Is he
that's like
girlfriend?
I'm not entertaining that question. Like the fuck. I don't.
Really?
Is he like,
He's a lady
Is he-
killer, or he's a late, or he's
I
not.
mean,
girls like
He's
him?
I
very
think he
simple.
will be a lady killer, but I mean, like fucking girls are like they're still ill.
They're gross. They're
Yeah,
gross.
and they
Girls are ill.
they will be when he's an adult. Like
Nick and I are both married. We can both confirm girls are gross.
super gross.
Yeah, disgusting.
Word.
Good.
are you gonna have a second one or are you fucking fed up?
We're done.
Ooh,
You're done?
working on it.
Yo, you're gonna
Oh, you're
snip
done.
the-
It's a
you're gonna
wrap?
s- You're gonna
You already
snip the
did.
nuts so you can
Already did.
raw dog?
Snip?
No, stop it. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Wait, you snip
Hell.
your, you snip
Wait,
your
hold
scrub?
on, hold on. Can we just do? Please, can we honor?
Hold
Can
on.
we honor this man?
Hold on. Like
Did
the
you-
reasons,
did you-
reasons why.
Did you
like, I don't
snip?
know.
Did you cut your balls? Did you snip your scrub?
That's not what it is. But yes,
They cut
to
your balls
answer-
off.
You
right?
did?
You get
They
your
cut
whole.
my- yes, they cut my balls
Fire.
off, Lawrence.
So
Yo,
You
I
got
heard
a
when they do it.
vasectomy.
Yeah.
Yo,
My barber got one. And he was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, like,
I thought you said your barber gave you one.
yeah.
He's like, sips it.
He's fucking stropping the razor. No, and he's like, was telling me, he's like, yeah, and my balls were like all bruised and swollen and shit.
What?
And my son, and I was like taking a shower. And my son came into the bathroom and he goes, "Oh, Dad, your ball sack."
Nicholas Ulysses S. Grant. You got a vasectomy.
I did.
What was the blowback? How did it feel physically? Was it a bummer? Like you have to?
No, I mean it wasn't like physically. It was not bad. Like I mean, it like hurt for. I mean, it was more like it's like when you get like somebody like taps your nuts, like you know that feeling, and then it hurts, and then it goes up your stomach, like into your belly button, basically.
Sure.
Like it felt like that, like continuously for like a day.
So did it make your dick big?
I mean, it didn't need to.
So now
did you get a blue? Did it bruise your nuts?
I mean, now like you get like stitches and shit, so like around that area, like it swells, but.
Damn.
Yeah, man. It's a real life decision.
But now you can bust Raw.
It's reversible. It's reversible.
It is reversible.
And now you can bust Raw, and like you're happy with that decision.
Like that's not the reason, but sure.
After you had it done, you went up to your wife and you kissed her on the fucking cheek. You said, "Baby, now I can bust Raw."
Yeah.
Baby, throw the condoms in the trash.
throw out the magnums.
Throw out the fucking female condoms.
Like fucking what we're gonna eat for dinner. Baby, throw out that meatloaf. We're going to fucking
dude. So that's a big
throw out all those empty Dorito bags.
But that's throw out those Doritos 3Ds, dude. This is a big reveal on the pod. Was this your big kind of like trump card, like fucking throw down the vasectomy joint, Yu-Gi-Oh style?
No, it was a question that you guys asked, and I just answered.
Have you talked about this publicly?
I mean, I've talked about it to like people that ask. I'm not going to be like, no, I didn't.
Who is asking besides us?
I had like friends and people that
did you try to finesse a free vasectomy by being yo doc? I'll fucking tag you on IG. Don't worry.
Free promo.
I wish.
I'll do a swipe up.
Wait, how much? Will you be real? Two-part question. Does insurance cover part of it, and then how much is a vasectomy?
Yes, insurance covered it, and I have absolutely no idea.
Damn.
Yeah, like the
fucking Comrade Bernie in office that me and Lawrence can get vasectomy because
I need that shit ASAP, dude. A fucking sap.
ASAP. You put no fear in my heart.
If the pregnancy scare puts no fear in your heart.
ASAP. What was that guy's name? ASAP Bloody or whatever.
That was just
Bloody something.
Bloody Loco. Bloody Loco.
A fucking sap.
A fucking sap.
No fear in my heart.
Yeah. Classic.
All right. Speaking of Chuck, I guess that wraps up Meats and Cheeks and fucking and sucking. Let's throw it to Chuck in 30 seconds of thirst because Sean unfortunately had to jump, deal with some fucking decks and pitches and shit. 30 seconds of thirst. Chuck, the floor is yours. Ask Nick Grant anything.
Before we do that, can we pause so I can get another drink?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How's it going?
This is a classic, bro. Classico. This is a classico. Chuck, you agree?
Oh, dude, yeah. This is right up there with the first one.
This is so good.
I think.
Yeah, this is
and the first one's like one of my favorites of all time.
We're having a great time. I mean, it's just the perfect kind of like real questions, contentious questions, just pure unadulterated roast sesh. Like it's fire. This is what we want. This is what the people want from Nick Grant.
I started doing that thing where you like comment on like popular Instagram accounts to like get free followers.
Wow. Yeah, sure.
After dark.
And I'm getting all these people just being, who the fuck? Like it's Bleacher Report being like, what if McDonald's and Travis designed a sneaker? And I like wrote like, yo, delete this, fam. And then people are like, who the fuck are you?
Well, because they see the check, you know, and they get it, you know.
I'm the guy that's not seduced by hype culture and not a fucking sheep. Who the fuck? You must be the other guy.
Ooh, that's bars.
Good burn.
Departed. Bars. It's from The Departed.
Departed. You must be the other guy.
All right, Lauren, shut your phone.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was going to do 30 seconds. Speaking of Chuck, we're going to unmute you for a second. Unfortunately, it normally would be 60 seconds, but we're going to go with 30 seconds of thirst. Nick Grant, you're no stranger to thirst. Chuck's going to ask you anything, pitch you on something, maybe thirst for something, see what it feels like for you to be on the other side of the thirst wilderness. Chuck, the floor is yours.
I think we covered a lot of shit, but I was wondering who your top 5 favorite basketball players of all time were.
Oh man, that's tough.
Should I start with mine?
Yeah, let's hear him.
LeBron James.
Stall so Nick can think.
Vlade Divac. Peja Stojakovic.
Great pick.
Salim Stoudemire.
Fire.
And Allen Iverson.
Class.
Not in order.
Bubba Chuck.
Unranked?
It's a Mount Rushmore with an
Well,
extra
LeBron
head.
is one. That's the only.
Okay.
That's for sure.
That
That's
was
the
good.
worst Mount Rushmore.
It was like I said, man. It's
I
personal
said favorite.
preference, man. Back up. You probably can't even name.
Did you even
5
say
NBA
Mike
players.
Bibby? You're not even Bibby?
Bibby's probably top 10.
Iguodala? What about all the bear down homies?
I don't like Iggy, but I do like Bibby. Also, Jason Terry said he should have went to Washington, so he can.
Oh, wow,
he can fuck
damn.
all the way off.
Fucking bitch.
Headband.
That's why I got yammed on by LeBron.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so LeBron and MJ, like
1A, 1B? 1A, 1B?
No order. You're talking about like my actual like favorite players, like that I enjoyed watching growing up.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Now,
Yep.
Penny in his prime, KG in his prime. Dude was a fucking dog. Like hearing about some of the shit that he said now, I'm like, oh man, that's problematic. But the dude, like the way that he could get in your head and like,
Why are you always
obviously
giving me the
was a fucking
runaround?
baller. Yeah.
All-time roasting of
Okay,
Craig
John.
Sager.
Go.
That's 4, right?
That
Yeah.
was 4, yeah.
I'd say, yeah. I'd probably say AI.
Not Kobe.
Kobe is like right on the outside. Like as a player, like I said, like Kobe, Shaq era basketball was phenomenal, but like watching Kobe, like it was great, but there was also like AI at the time. And like AI was like my dude. Like to
AI did the most with the least.
right. And like he's from Virginia.
Bubba
So,
Chuck.
he went to Georgetown. And it, like AI, he's always been like a good dude. So
He invented NBA swag.
He invented the swag. Fuck Jay-Z. AI invented the swag.
Were you sad
Everyone knows
at the death of John Thompson, Coach John Thompson?
yeah, it was sad. I mean, he was an institution, back home, and
Facts.
I think what he did for he was the black coach. Like he started that, and like obviously I know like John Chaney, like he was the actual first one, probably, I think, maybe. But like what Thompson did for African-American boys, turning them to men, I think it was huge. And
Allen Iverson said he saved his life. I almost
Yeah.
cried when they replayed that.
he said that basically his entire career. Obviously he said it like his Hall of Fame speech, but like he said that his
He's a
entire
pallbearer.
career.
Yeah.
So it just shows like the impact that he had on his players, and the fact that I think all but maybe 2 of his, his senior players like graduated. So it just shows like he definitely cared about them beyond like the basketball court, which I don't think you could really say about a majority of,
They weren't just pawns,
yeah.
Props.
right? Props. Yeah, exactly. All right, Chuck.
Thank you, Chuck.
Mid's
Good.
question,
Good.
but
That was good.
still fun. Nick, as the most tasteful dude in not just Iowa City, but all Iowa, we want to know what you're fucking with and what you're not fucking with. In this segment, we call "Fuck With Not Fuck With."
It's a working title still.
As the man that puts Durr in director of marketing, maybe you can help us with that.
You gotta you said that joke a couple times.
Yeah,
3
it's a
times.
good one.
Said 3
It's good.
times. Said 3 times.
We want to know.
I think
We're
it's
going to
played
throw
every
some
time.
categories at you. You're going to tell us what you're fucking with, what you're not fucking with. First up, we gave you. We extended the courtesy. We never do this with guests.
But I know it's coming. Like I knew it was coming last time.
Never.
And I just like I don't care enough to really
Brands. What brands are you fucking with right now?
Like engineer garments till the day I die. But like that's not a sensible brand right now to wear at home. Like most of the time I work from home. Like I come in the office maybe.
You don't want
once a
19
week.
pockets at home?
Yeah.
I do, but it's just like I'm not going to spend as much on EG as I would if I were going in the office for like some semi-formal attire. But it's still EG till I die. 18 East.
Will EG always be your number one Nepenthes brand?
Oh, absolutely. Like not even close.
Really?
Like I feel like EG will always be my favorite brand.
Are you fucking with anything in the Nepenthes
favorite
family?
brand bar none all time? To be clear,
It's definitely up there. If not, it is like it's been like it's had like the longest reign.
Right.
really,
It's like Legace with me, or like Lawrence's headbands with him.
Needles.
Anyone else in the Nepenthes? Anyone else?
Needles? I
Needles?
fuck with South to West 8, but I can't really wear any of that stuff. But
well,
Why not?
I mean,
You can't wear some mesh pants to the office.
not like I can wear like
more
Needles.
personal. That seems like a personal problem, bro.
The Needles, the fucking like crochet cabana shirt that they put out for spring summer. Like I'm still trying to get my hands on that. Like that shit is fire.
Why does EG hold such a special place in your heart? Is it because like you started coming to New York, our group of friends was like on that shit, and it was just the perfect kind of storm, like because of
You got
the
you got
blogs
street
and
you got street style.
IRL,
I wouldn't
got
say
street
that's
style
the
in the pullover.
reason.
What
I'd
is
say
it?
like EG is always like their fit has always been like my favorite, and I know that they change like styles like in and out like every fucking every collection, but for the most part, like their cuts have always been just fire to me, and I think a lot of
They definitely favor the cuts. Definitely favor a bigger man.
Yeah, and I am slim trim, but I'm tall.
Slim
and
thug.
but I still like
You're
I
slim,
still
thick
like
as fuck,
baggier. I still like baggier clothing or like flowier. I guess I don't fucking know.
Blousier.
Sure. Yeah. So
All right, what else are you
like,
fucking with? EG.
all in the Nepenthes brands, obviously.
I like Bodhi. I don't have a lot of their shit because I feel like it's like I understand a lot of their shit is like there's only 3 pieces of them made, and like
Bodhi's out there. Like if you wear Bodhi in your relatively swaggerless city of Iowa, like do you get looked? Do you get like side eye or anything or no?
it's not. But that like I don't think that anything that I own is like super duper out there, or at least the way that I'd probably style it. Like if it is a standout
This man's
piece, like I'm
immune
not
to
going
that.
Huh?
You're immune to that. You're a superhero in Des Moines. Like he's not suffered by that. He's already a fucking 6'3" black dude. He's beyond that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get looks regardless. So I don't really care.
Yo, Bodhi must be fucking crop tops on you.
The bigger issue is if you're a fucking dweeb in New York trying to be like one of the other 100 dweebs wearing the brand. That's more suspect than
Fair.
Nick Grant fucking flexing fucking nuts.
But at the
Apples
same
and
time, like
oranges.
I'm not going to front like if I were to come to New York with what I'm wearing that it's going to stand out. Like I think me as a person, just the way that I look, I may stand out a little bit, but nobody's going to be like, oh, that guy is so much better than what I've seen. Like I don't expect that. And so that's not why I dress, the way that I do. But like I fuck with Bodhi's aesthetic. I don't own a bunch of their shit. I did cop the that like the custom what's it called? What's the stitch? I'm blanking. Anyways, they did like a custom shirt, and like I copped one of those, so because I knew like they had it in my size.
Shit, that should yo.
It's
You must have had to hide that shit from your wife.
It's a t-shirt. Like it's
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds fucking fancy, bro.
Sounds expensive.
It's not. It's really not that fancy.
All right, what else? Who else you fucking with?
Like 18 East. They may be like the best brand right now. Just like their drops. Like I feel like they're very they do everything right. And even if I don't like fuck with everything that they put out, like the aesthetic and I think the story that they tell around some of the things and
The last ever Failing Upwards guest.
Yeah. The intention,
yeah, I was going to say
the context, it's all there for Antonio. Like everyone, like you listen to Antonio talk for fucking 5 minutes, follow this brand on Instagram for 10 minutes. You fucking get it.
Just like
it's obvious. Yeah. In the best possible way.
Yeah. But to any of the people listening, if you have the Hancock shorts in black or purple,
right,
in extra large,
you could wear a large. You could fit a large.
My
dude.
man's thirsting after John's on his podcast appearance.
If it's purple, ask for a large or an XL because the purples are. I mean, I should have see something, say something. James and I need to do better about being humble individuals who are willing to come to the table and ask our favorite brands to give us the opportunity to wear their product for free in a public forum. That includes Antonio.
What brands you not fucking with? Or anyone else you want to put on before we move to the negative side, the dark side?
I'm also, like, I've been, I think recently, I shouldn't say recently, over the past couple of years, like I've been a fan of like store merch, like shop merch of like my favorite shops. So like Union, Notre in Chicago, like I love those guys. Like I will forever big them up. Like they're just good people over there. And
number one plug.
Ben, like they're Benjamin, like they're great. Like even like Dover Street and Trabian, like who have been doing it for a long time, but they just like, I like store merch because I like
Trebian shit is sleeper good.
That's if you know shit, right? It's like you want to buy a streetwear tee, you want to buy the that version tee from the independent retailer that like real heads will fucking recognize and kind of like big up you for like
like those are the only
choose your own
right
adventure.
now. Those are the only t-shirts that I'll buy probably outside of
Sister Act 2, not 3.
Outside of throwing fits merch.
Like Chuck, tell him, man, that Independence Day joint is.
That's a hard. Wild. It's a banger,
dude. That movie is one of my favorites. I think it started the modern blockbuster,
and it's the best. Like it is the best poster from the movie, and it's
the exploding.
It's built on the best blank T-shirt within the community.
What brands are you not fucking with?
I wouldn't say that I don't.
Amiri.
Yeah, I mean that. Like, there's obvious. Like, I don't understand Chrome Hearts. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not like shitting
in like 15 years.
They've been around for so long, and
but they
I don't
haven't
understand why all of a sudden like this isn't like a Von Dutch thing. Like they've been around for so long. I just don't get it.
Okay, who's actually fucking with Chrome Hearts? It's like trash mainstream rappers. It's fucking TikTok heads, and it's like old, rich LA people. I think the way that Lawrence and I like fuck with it, scare quotes, is like ironically, where it's like the same way.
I feel like most people that say that they fuck with it are fucking with it ironically.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people that say they're fucking with it just have bad taste.
Well, I think it's the cost, and I think that like just because somebody buys something because it's expensive doesn't mean that they're not doing it ironically.
Sure. Yeah, no, a lot of people buy and wear expensive shit to be
price
like, hey,
is
look
all
at
relative,
all this expensive shit I'm wearing. A lot of sneakerheads do that.
Irony, non-irony aside, it's all ironic. I think that I don't want to be the guy who makes the same joke for the 100th time, but Nick said it himself, this idea that like it's not like Von Dutch. It hasn't hit. That's literally exactly what it is, though. That, in my opinion, it's exactly like Von Dutch.
No, it's not.
Exactly like True Religion, and it'll decimate, and
But Von Dutch was it didn't have like it didn't like have a following.
It's Von Dutch meets Ralph Lauren, so there's a little bit more, but it's still the same fucking shit.
But it's been around for so long, and it's had like a core group, and then all of a sudden it blew the fuck up.
It's the new,
like Von Dutch didn't do that. Von Dutch was like, we're here, we're blowing up.
Nuclear trendy, maybe that's fair. It's more
the
like
new Gucci. It's the new Gucci in that when you wear some fucking snakes in your trout, people are like, oh, that should cost $1,000.
It's more Ralph than Von Dutch, and
everything Chrome Hearts,
but it's still.
Everything
Bullshit.
Chrome Hearts is gauche. Like you can't say that with Gucci or Louis. Like
what?
I don't know, dude. I almost think you just perjured yourself.
Like some of it is subtle. Like everything that Chrome Hearts does is
not Gucci. Gucci is maximalist, front to fucking back, fucking tail to fucking snout, dude. That's all maximalists.
Now they're dealing with sexual assault allegations. So, fuck you gonna do there?
Hate to see that.
That news broke today. What are you not? So you're not fucking with Chrome Hearts. Anyone else you're not fucking with before we move on?
And we've already talked about it a little bit. I know I'm wearing the cardigan, but it's always fuck Supreme.
Why?
And so the way that I look at Supreme is kind of like my relationship with Kanye. Like I have over the years, over the years, like I've been able to disassociate my dislike or disapproval of the person, their views, or the brand and the way that they handle their shit with their product.
The art from the artist, you've been able to separate.
Exactly. Like I didn't want to use that phrase, but exactly. And I just can't it's very hard to do that now. It's
for Supreme or for Ye?
For both, honestly.
Ye's lost. It's a wrap.
But that's the thing. I've also I've probably gone through the fucking 12 stages of grief with Ye. Like I feel bad for him because I feel like he's going through some shit and like he isn't allowed to truly go through it like himself because of who he is.
Like a normal person would be afforded going through it. Yes.
If I were going through it, like people wouldn't be blasting it all over the place. Like
Nick Cannon would not
I would be able to like go through it.
Yeah, you're a nobody. Nobody knows who you are.
Exactly. That's my point though. Yeah. Like that is my point. Like I am a nobody. So if I were going through some shit and I were outwardly doing it, people would be like I'd have like my inner circle be like, yo, like let's bring it in, versus extrapolating like what he's saying and making it worse for him, or basically trying to stymie what he feels, not necessarily what he's saying, but what he feels, to make him see like what he's doing is.
So it's a lose-lose for him, right? Because it either gets stymied or it gets taken to like a weird, like politicized point where like he never even intended it to be.
The Kanye stuff, at least here in New York, I don't know about Iowa, is like a very well-tread topic conversation. But like, how does this kind of correlate over to Supreme?
Because like the art from the artist, like Supreme, like for me, like,
is it the Carlisle shit?
Well, that's part of it, but it really started with me with the fucking like the way that they acted. Like, this is a personal thing, with the way they acted with the 50 things you didn't know about Supreme article that we did. Like after that, like they were.
What were the worst things that you didn't know that you were like exposed to, and then you were like, "Yo, fuck this"?
No, it's not even that. It was the way that they reacted to the article. Like,
how did they react?
Like with a lot of the things, like the whole, they basically tried to put like a cease and desist on.
Really?
When we announced,
was this at Complex?
You fucking helped me.
Like, I know, but I'm trying to like strike this. Again, I have a terrible memory.
Like when we basically like announced. I don't want to say publicly because it was already out there that they were dropping like a European online store. Like they were so butthurt about that because it wasn't like public knowledge.
Wasn't part of their plan.
Yeah. And it's like, fuck you. Like there are people, you have people like in your inner circle that are leaking your information, and you need to talk to them first, not to somebody like me, who is actually like, I'm not a fucking journalist. Like I'm like, all I did was seek out the information and I was easily given it.
Well, you are a journalist, but you're saying that they came to you personally instead of
not personally. No, they, I think it was either Noah or Jan. I don't really remember.
They were like, fuck Nick Grant. All my homies hate Nick Grant.
No, but it wasn't just me on the article. Like I did all the work, but it wasn't just me. Huh?
Did I edit this?
I think you, I don't think you were on the byline.
But the butthurtness, the reaction overall, it doesn't matter who's the editor, who has the full credit on the byline. It's more about like, yo, you guys can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Exactly. And like the Barbara Kruger shit, like that was also another thing.
The Barbara Kruger shit is incredible.
If you're not,
that's the only time they ever caught an L. In my opinion.
You can't say you're about this life if you're not actually like living that life.
But nobody is. I mean, James and I have devoted hours of podcasts to Reddit haters, bro. Like it happened. You punch down.
We almost served a cease and desist, not to Ms. McSweeney, or what's her name? Lily? No, whatever. Leah McSweeney. Like they did. That was another
Real Housewife of New York. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, listen, no. Wait, what happened? No, we have other
they served a cease and desist to Leah to Married to the Mob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But to James's point, like, listen, do we have lame, terrible, boring, fucking Fugazi, It's a Woozy, trash podcast biting our shit where we are compelled from the goodness of the law to loop in our fucking pit bull lawyer with a wrecking ball attached. Yeah, we would do that, but like that's beneath us. We do this for the love of the game. We're professionals. We're artistes for the most part. My general point is that Supreme, they love to fucking dish it out. They can't fucking take it. They're not like the only podcast that matters where you can find a fucking cruising altitude, kind of navigate above and below said cruising altitude. Like, not everyone is built for that. Like, you have to understand, Nick, they're protecting a huge business. And if your articles scoop them, like, what do you expect?
I get that, but like, then you have to be able to tell that story. Like, we are about that life over here, but we're going to protect ourselves over here.
That's a bad story, though. You can't tell that story.
You can fucking tell that. Yeah, absolutely, you can. They've been fucking
the duality of man, the yin and the yang, the only podcast that matters.
If the whole philosophy, if your whole philosophy is I don't give a fuck,
leading up to the whole Carlisle Group deal, all they were behind the scenes. They kept their shit tight. And then all of a sudden, money came in, and it was like, oh, you can't do that. You can't say that.
Okay, that's fair. That's a little.
Exactly.
If your whole philosophy is I don't give a fuck,
a little bit, yeah.
if your whole philosophy is I don't give a fuck, then you can't give a fuck, and like little things like a fucking blog post.
About it. Don't talk about
scooping a store rollout, which isn't going to affect your business, like should not bother you or get you butthurt.
I'm still gonna. I mean, if they drop another mohair cardigan, I'm still gonna.
So you've hated on a macro level since that kind of like fuckery that was unfortunate, but it's different now.
Obviously, like I'm like making this bigger than it actually is. Like I don't actually hate Supreme, obviously.
Whoa! Stop yelling.
Am I yelling?
Stop yelling, Nick. Stop
my
yelling,
wife tells me that I yell on my Zoom calls all the time. I don't actually hate Supreme, but it's just kind of rubbed me the wrong way for the years.
It's just a little hypocritical. What about, let's get into footwear. What sneakers are you fucking with?
And this is what I could not prepare for. Like honestly, the Off-White Force. I got my hands on them, and I could have easily resold them for gobs of money. But I was like, I absolutely love these shoes. Fours are they're my second.
What are your let's do your
and I
top three J's ranked. What's number 1, 2, and 3 real quick?
I can't do that because there's 4 that I just have to have in there.
I can tell you right now the answer: Air Jordan 1, Air Jordan 4, Air Jordan 1, or Air Jordan 3.
And 11. I can't throw out the 11.
No, 11 is top 5.
The 11 was my true introduction to a basketball shoe that truly went beyond.
But 11s you don't wear, but nobody wears 11s.
No, I wear 11. I wear my 11s all of the time.
What colorway?
People my white and black and my Space Jams.
Concords and Space Jams. You wear them on a daily basis.
I don't wear any of my shoes on a daily basis.
With what pants? With what pants? You don't wear those. You're fucking capping, bro.
Who the fuck wears shoes on a daily basis?
You wear them with shorts. You wear 11
with shorts every day, boy.
You wear 11 with shorts.
I wear clothes every day, boy. Huh?
You wear 11s with shorts, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I've worn them with these.
Right, besides Jordans, what sneakers are currently in rotation? Like, what are you currently fucking with? We don't have to fucking. What Jordans are you fucking with? No,
that's a journalism, bro. I'm a journalist.
What's in your rotation right now?
Dunks.
Huh? I wear my Kentucky Dunks a lot.
Great dunk. Great shoe.
I still wear
love a pair if Nike's listening.
I still wear my Notre Vans.
A lot. Support the homies, Vans, baby.
Classic.
Fuck. I mean, I wear my Sacai waffles still.
What colorway?
The purple, green, and orange.
Those are good. I hate those.
They're not as good. They're not as good as like the original green.
The art director
yellow.
Twos. No one wears those in Des Moines though, because I hate that. That's a shoe that only you and a few other people could ever bring up to me. I hate that shoe because anyone who lives in a major metropolis, specifically sees them all the time, and works in a creative center within said major metropolis, we see these shits out the ass, and it's a wrap, son. But I know you can pull them off. But the colorway is an important factor.
Yeah, I mean, because I have the white and gray ones too, and I don't really wear those.
Those suck.
Much.
Those suck.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna get.
What about Mount Rushmore sneakers?
All time.
Mount Rushmore's canceled.
You can't even do it with Jordans. You think you can do it with all sneakers?
No, you fucking threw three Jordans in his face and he couldn't rank them.
I knew.
Nick Grant, 4 all-time sneakers, unranked. Fuck Mount Rushmore. All my homies hate Mount Rushmore.
OG Jordan black and whites. I think they were like New York exclusives. Don't quote me on that.
85s?
Yeah.
I don't know the history, but that's a great. Do you have the remakes? You have Pandas?
No, and like I could buy them, but it's like I'd rather have the originals just because the cut is
What up,
better.
you little slut? What up, you little slut?
What size are those?
With the white laces. This is 10 and a half.
What size are those?
Oh, you're a little fucking
10 and a half white laces. Suck my dick.
What else?
Oh man,
Nick, if you want those, I have those.
Do you really?
Yo, he does. Yo, honestly, that's
What
the
size?
trade.
12 or
Bro, come
13?
on, Nick.
Whoa.
You could buy those tomorrow.
I know I could, but there's something about like the original 85s, like the cut. is
Oh
better.
no!
Like,
I don't have. No one had. Chuck and I don't have original 85s. I mean, if you want original 85s,
Didn't you used to have?
you might need to get. If you want original 85s, you might need to get the Chicago's, my
Yeah,
G.
I had those and I sold them, and I'm a fucking idiot for
You are an
selling.
idiot. That's very
I'm
stupid. You should have kept them.
Big. That was very dumb of me.
Hey, Chuck, do you have white laces in your pandas?
Yes, sirree.
Thanks, sir. All right.
Since,
All right, so
this isn't going to be video.
So
let me-
85
hold on.
pandas on a Mount Rushmore. That's your Washington. Who's your Jefferson?
Hold on.
But you took notes on this?
No, I'm just looking through my feed.
What?
You don't know
like
what your
your
favorite
own
sneakers
shit?
of all time are?
So like I would put like a color to it, but like the Air Force Ones, I think like
Well, it's got to be white lows, uptowns, right?
yeah. This is the thing. Like I like a good color hit. It just like it. Yeah,
Do you wear Forces in Des Moines?
yeah. I wear my snakeskin Forces all the time,
Really?
and I wear my Hong Kong Forces too.
Those are both very
Yeah,
good Forces.
those are like the beef and broccoli Forces.
Interesting.
I wear those a lot.
Okay.
All right, who's your Teddy Roosevelt?
Yeah, 2 more slots.
Oh, fuck.
Unranked.
All right, hold on.
Don't go back to the feed. All you do is think about sneakers.
Go with
You have
gut.
to
Just
have-
go with gut.
I know
And
what your
you're
favorite
Lincoln.
J's
This is a
are.
spot. Like, okay, so this is gonna rub you guys the wrong way. The original off-white Prestos, like those
Black?
are, yeah,
Those are great. Those are
You
great.
have-
Those are-
you
those
have
are,
those?
like that
He has
is
those.
like that was where I was like, oh man, like this is a out there sneaker.
Did you put colored laces in them, like lime
Fuck
or
no,
whatever?
No, they're just white laces. I took the fucking zip tie off too. Fuck that shit.
Thank you for your service.
What do you do with it? Like fucking zip up some like chip bags or some shit?
Travis Scott fucking lays.
Zip up some chips bags. What?
All right, who's your Lincoln?
Yeah, last one.
Like I just because I can't think of any, like the Tom Sachs, like I think those are
Yes,
those are
facts.
great. Those are
Absolutely.
great shoe, and they look.
Absolutely.
I think they look good with anything. Obviously, like I had to settle for
They're
like
in
the
my other room.
constellation of the fucking Mount Everest.
Do you want to go
Please.
halves on a pair?
Mount Everest.
You want to timeshare a pair?
No, because I
can
have,
get the
I have
left,
the
Nick can
ones
get the
that
right.
had like the fucking shroud, and I cut the shroud off.
Oh, you had the
moon
boots,
boots.
the
Yeah,
moon boots.
and I cut the shroud off, and they still look fire. I actually like
Those
the,
are
the
sick.
blue.
You freak those. You were like the first guy to do that, low key. No one
I
wants
was
to
not.
talk about it.
I actually saw it like beforehand, and I was like, that like the way that they cut them was ass, but the idea behind it was I liked it.
So you don't have 2.0s, just the shoe.
No, I don't. I was in LA when like you guys were doing the fucking
Obstacle course?
obstacle course like a fucking bunch of dumbasses, and
Sure.
like
I've never done more push-ups in my life for a pair of sneakers, and I have.
but like because I think they're releasing them again.
That's what everyone keeps saying, and like that's what
I
everyone
haven't
wants.
heard much else about it, but like
It's-
that's why I don't fucking
2,000
trust it.
pairs.
James doesn't fuck with them, but like they are. Well, they're top 4 for me all time, so definitely on my Mount Rushmore.
They're fine. I just don't
It's a goat
understand
sneaker.
But the
It's a
thing
why you do
goat
push-ups for
sneaker.
them.
For me,
No,
it's
a goat
impossible to name like a top 4 because I like to rotate.
All right, let's
my
move on
shit.
to non-sneaker footwear. Let's move into the post-sneaker world. What non-sneaker footwear are you
There's
fucking
no
with
such
besides the
thing.
Keystons?
There's no
Come
such thing. And I'm not having this
on.
discussion
Wait,
with
what?
you guys. Like,
Hold on, what?
you know, there's not a fucking post.
There is though. You know that.
You know,
No,
it's not
you
a
guys
it's not a
don't.
binary. It's not a binary, Nick. What we're talking about is people refusing the fucking hype cycle and thinking for themselves and realizing that there's a whole nother world. The way that I think you've discovered beyond just fucking the sneakers that Nike tells you to buy every week.
We've talked
and
about
I-
this. Free your mind, bitch.
Free your mind, your ass will fucking follow.
Here's the thing. I do agree. Like,
Free your
there's like the
mind.
hype cycle's out of control right now. But to try and
The post-sneaker
like
world is a
this-
hybrid. It's not a binary.
all right, thank you.
Like the
Poly.
fucking
Thank you for
only
saying that. 'cause
podcast
I feel
boots
like
on that.
We're
that was
poly.
a compromise that I did not think that you were actually going to make because you guys are so.
We wear
fucking
sneakers
dumb.
all the fucking time, and we still love sneakers.
And
It's
yet you
that we're
guys
not-
are
I know,
always
I
talking
know.
about.
We're not going to
sneakers
suck
suck.
dick. We're not going to suck dick for whatever sneakers are dropping on the sneakers app just because like they're going to resell for. we're not fucking-
Unless Nike is listening and Nike wants to pay us to suck their dick, we will absolutely do that on fucking mic for the right price.
Who's,
if the
who's
plug
would
at
it
Union
be
is
at
listening,
Nike?
if Richard
Larry, hold
if
on.
Richard at
Larry,
Union is
who
listening-
who would it have to be? Yeah, tell me. Who would it have to be?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Like whose dick are you suck?
Oh, I'll suck whoever's dick to pay us to support Nike. I don't care. Doesn't
What do
matter.
you mean, whose dick?
Yeah.
Like
Any anonymous
like a physical, like a tangible
No,
dick.
I'll wear Air Monarchs in Fit Check Friday if it means I'm getting fucking paid. I'll wear fucking Concord 11s. I'll wear fucking Roche Runs for the right price. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, that's like that's. I'm talking about like it sounded like you were ready to suck like some actual dick. That's
Well, that don't whatever.
Well, sexuality is fluid, Nick. Like
I know.
again,
I'm not saying that
you're,
it's wrong.
you're in a very progressive.
Hey, they know who
metropolis.
they are.
All right. So, what non-sneakers are you currently rocking besides the Cristos?
Fine, Visum Christos.
Besides the Christos.
Why? What? That's what I'm gonna.
Because we already talked about them at length.
I fuck.
Starks and Clark's Wallabies.
I fuck with the Stussy Burks. Those are cool.
I don't like them, bro. I thought they were.
They're
thought
not
they
my
were
favorite.
bullshit.
I actually like. If I could find the like the light brown, like white Vibram sole, like Concepts did a while back.
Yes.
Those are dope.
The white Vibram sole looks like a fucking Roche Run to me.
What?
We have the white. Well, Nick said Vibram, but we have the white Burke. Don't we have the white Burke sole in our?
I don't know that. I don't
Added
think
Halley
I don't
Game
think they
Wars?
would do that.
That's a cork sole. The Stussy shits have like the white, like
Oh,
a
sure.
wedge foam
I fuck
sole.
with, and they just did like
Right, my bad.
it wasn't a collab, but they did some like pony hair joints not that long ago. That
Rick Owens. Rick did pony
no,
hair. Yo,
but he did the pony hair like sandals. I'm talking about the fucking like the Burke fucking. Why is this slipping my mind? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Clogs, the clogs.
Boston's.
Boston, thank you. I couldn't like I was kept thinking of a C.
That wasn't
No,
Birkenstock. You might be. Are you thinking of the shit John Januzzi copped? The cow print. The
No,
movie?
No, so that's with
Brother Versailles.
Aurora James. That's
Yeah.
Aurora. That's my neighbor. She
Like,
literally
those
lives
are-
up the
Hey,
fucking
tell
block.
her to hook me up with them
Nope.
shits in a
Won't do
45,
it.
bro.
No,
Nick Grant never misses a chance to fucking.
No,
Dog, I'm not saying I want them for free. I'm just saying if you present me with them, I will pay for them.
They're sold out.
What
They
I'm
need to
hearing
order.
right now is that Throwing Fits needs to work with Birkenstocks, and I believe that James knows some very interesting factoids about the Boston, about their country of origin, about where you do wear them versus where you don't wear them, depending on where you live.
That's the Sweden. Isn't
Yeah,
that where they're from?
James,
Germany.
what's the deal about
Germany? Oh, that's right.
Germany.
Fuck.
James? Yeah, fuck.
He's
Come on,
bro.
I'm fucking
fuck
teeing
with-
up this fucking guy, and you're fucking blowing your whole load.
My bad. Yeah.
Do you fuck
I
with
just-
Burks generally, or is it just the hype collabs? And shit?
No. I fuck with like the Burks that I have are I don't like fucking Universal Works ones. Like nobody even
Oh,
knows
those are good.
about them.
Those are good.
I love
Those are
those.
very good.
Like it's. I think for me, it is like the new. It has to be like nubuck or like a. I like I said, like the pony hair or like a different material. And I think the fucking like the sole makes a difference too. Like I don't like.
I agree.
Like the brown shit that they do on. Like,
Also,
the
hard
joints.
footbed only. Hard footbed for your boy, at least only. I don't do soft foot. I don't do
I don't
soft
think I've
footbed
ever
no
at
had
soft
all.
boy
soft
shit.
footbed.
No
I don't
soft
know
boy
what the,
shit.
what's the difference. I don't know.
What?
hard- The
Are
hard
you kidding? What's
cork
the difference? It's so obvious what the
will
difference.
mold to your foot. The
But, yeah, I
soft
never-
is like a fucking memory foam mattress.
I
which
don't do
is like-
soft bursts. I don't do, and it's not
You have-
about.
The question
No.
is, do you have
Never.
the short-term vision where you go for the easy fucking solution, or do you have the long-term vision where you're like, I'm gonna love these motherfuckers. I'm gonna wear these constantly, and it's gonna mold custom to my foot.
Oh yeah,
long
like
con.
I'm not out there to like. I'm not buying like a ton of Birks to like switch up in. Like these are just when I want to slip them on, and like they're
Right.
easy to slip on and wear. Like these, I'll have these for years.
Anything else you're fucking with before we go over to the dark side?
The Prada boots, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah, I fucking love my Prada boots.
Nice.
No,
Who
they're
do
so,
you like,
but,
fashion boots?
they're very. We talked about this with Ron Levine. It's an uncomfortable shoe. It's not comfortable.
It's not uncomfortable at all. Like mine is like my actual size. They're not uncomfortable at all. I don't understand. Like your
Did you
feet.
size? You sized
sized correctly.
up, or what is
No,
it?
they run big, so I don't. That's why I don't get how.
Right. So I sized. So I got them and I sized down, but I sized down. I think a full size, and I should have sized down a half size. And if I had, they maybe would be my favorite shoe boots
See,
of all time.
I'm like a 12 and a half. So any shoe that I buy, I'm like, it's either a 12 and it's going to be somewhat small, or a 13 and it's going to be too big.
What do you buy
Those
for
fit.
this?
They are half size big. So I got a 12.
So you went up.
No, I went like with the only size that I could go. If I
What are we
went 13,
talking
it would've
about?
been way
Sorry,
too
I was just on
We're
my
talking
phone.
about.
What the
We're
fuck
talking
are we
about
talking
product
about?
boots. So you sized down a half size, and it was perfect.
Yeah, because they don't make a 12 and a half.
Listen, kids, if you're listening at home,
What are you not fucking with, Nick?
get the only fucking boots that matter. Snort this shit to the goddamn motherfucking dome. Don't buy Prada. Prada is fucking
I thought you said it wasn't. I thought you said it wasn't going to be
Prada's
on video.
It's not. Nick, are there any non-sneaker footwear options you're not fucking with currently?
Most of them.
Really?
I mean, I don't. Like I said, like I'm like a sneaker. I love sneakers. It's just who I am. So
You
don't
were
have
fucking
any-
with the Pradas. So wait, that was a fuck with the Pradas, not a not fuck
Yeah.
with.
No, he's
yeah,
fucking with the
what
products.
Okay.
Why would I
He's
fuck with
heavy
a shoe
fucking
that I
with products.
own?
If you had plugs, I could hook you up with like loafers and shit and boots and but maybe podcast boots. Like, would you be fucking more with non-sneaker options?
Yeah.
It depends. Like, I don't have to wear those shoes every day. So why would I put my feet through?
Is there a dress code at all, or is zero?
No.
Zero. No.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't give a shit.
You wear you wear sneakers to the office.
I'm wearing fucking slip-on sandals right now.
True. Touche. That's a fact.
It's a pandemic.
That's a
But there
fucking
are
fact.
like people don't come into the office right now. So
Facts.
Fuck with not fuck with. Working title complete.
That's complete.
Nick,
Yeah.
before we offer up our wisdom that we've accrued over 20 plus years
And more importantly, get the fuck out
of
of here.
dominating the industry, we want to play a little game with you, Last John, Next John. We want to know what was the last John you copped at full retail, no thirsting, no flow team, and what's the next John you got your eye on? What was the last John you copped?
fucking
Full
backsplash.
MSRP. What?
The backsplash is not a John. I know we saw the
shit's
backsplash on IG. We saw
Shit's
the
fire.
backsplash on Twitter. We know that you're doing the whole like, oh, I'm a fucking adult now. I got a fucking
Interior design is my
vasectomy.
passion.
My big black and blue nuts are so fucking sad that I can't fucking bust a fucking fat old nutty-oly in my wife's puss anymore. We got that, bro.
If you get a vasectomy, you still bust a nut. There's just no
it's
fucking
not
smellies
John.
in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, let me ask you. So you bust a nut. What does it look like?
It's the same.
It just
I was
doesn't.
gonna ask.
It doesn't
just
slowly
doesn't
move because there's no
have
sperm
the-
swimming in it.
So
That's what it
is it just full cream
Oh
soda?
no, we're not doing this.
Does it look like cream soda?
No, we're not doing this. I can tell you that.
What does it
right
look
now.
like?
It's fucking
There's just no-
Move?
I'll
There's
show
no
you.
swimmies in it. That's all.
Yeah.
It doesn't move.
Yo,
It doesn't like
show us all
if you put it in a petri dish, it doesn't move around.
Wait, but so it just lays there.
That's got
So
it's
it's
a fucking
frothy?
joke.
It's
Oh,
just so
God.
it's normally
What
as
was the original question?
Last John.
Last
Besides
John,
the fucking cool tiles that you glued
and
up
you
or whatever,
can't say a vasectomy.
It was
as for
the
John.
Independence Day shirt.
the $1,000
Okay.
Independence Day
It
shirt.
wasn't that. It was not that expensive.
$350.
It was either that or it was the off-white
Jeez.
force.
Welcome to Earth, bitch.
Does he say bitch?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, but seriously,
PG-13.
before, because I know you guys are losing steam. Like,
Whoa.
What-
We can keep going.
Yo, fucking watch your fucking pretty little mouth, bitch.
All the questions that I blurred out because it's like, I don't know if Nick
we
has the
literally
fucking
cut
gall.
1,000 questions that we're not
Yeah,
going
we
to
can
get
go
through.
back
We
to
are
them.
good to
No,
go.
that's
Do not
fine.
ever
I was
doubt
just
the
gonna ask,
goddamn
like,
motherfucking
What
Fucking
Trump?
place.
Hey, let's go back. What Trump
No.
policies are you fucking with?
no.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, you little
like,
slut.
what's the good word on the Union Force? This is desperation mode now.
You want the truth?
Yeah,
What's your
truth.
question? What's the good word?
truth.
yeah.
The truth. The
Well,
truth
they
is
will
that
be in our possession
guy,
soon.
the truth is that our guy Richard has promised us, just the goddamn motherfucking boys, and on top of that, the core four, Chuckles, and Jeffrey Epstein.
All right,
We have been
Chuck.
promised
I
for
knew
They
this
have
was
not
gonna
dished
come up.
down.
This is Nick's playing fucking checkers. We gave up too much information. Now he
Gave up
knows
way
that
too
Chuck's
much
getting a
information.
pair.
So
They're not, but they're not. But we haven't even listen before.
They're not. I know
you,
you're not going to get them until like the end of the month. I get
No,
it.
but before you, some fucking loser comes on my
God.
podcast.
All right, that kind of hurt the way
Playboy
you. that was-
Shardy.
Sorry, that
really
was really
strong.
mean. Okay.
That was
For some bitch ass
Okay.
motherfucker with no clout, having ass bitch comes on the pod and asks for free Union Force, which to be
Again,
clear,
I
we
don't
could get
understand.
for you. If I don't have them myself, don't fucking ask me, boy.
This might be a first.
why do you guys think when I'm asking about something I'm not asking for free shoes?
Come on,
Okay,
of course you
here's
are.
the
I'm
deal.
asking for you to put in a good word for the homie, the OG, for a pair to set aside that I will pay retail for.
You just want the privilege.
Okay, Nick,
Yes.
I will do that for you. All right. if it means that we can stop talking about this and you can stop thirsting after Johns and we can end this episode in the next 5 minutes.
You're never going to get what you want if you don't apply yourself, if you don't go for gold.
The squeaky wheel gets the fours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man. Early bird gets the worm.
Yo, you got to respect my point.
You're not the early bird.
That's not the same thing?
A closed mouth does not get fed, fam. I respect it.
What's the next fucking John you're going to not thirst after but cop at full MSRP?
I'm hoping that it's the fucking Union Force. That's why I asked.
No, but you're trying to get a reservation. We're just like, what are you going to go to the store, log on to, and like, what do you have your eye on?
Actually, I'm trying to get that Needles Cabana shirt from the homies over at Notra. I'm just waiting for the invoice. MJ, get on it.
Okay.
MJ, fucking
Michael
notice.
Jordan, if you're listening.
Michael,
all right, Nick. Before we get you out of here of the best 2.5 hours, 3 hours of your life. Right. We know you're doing okay for Iowa City.
Whatever.
We know you can do so much better. We know you can do so much better. We want to offer up some constructive criticism, right? Because as professional retired podcasters, we're not like you where we're fucking hunched over a desk 9 to 5 working for the weekend just to fucking cop a John or two. We're thriving, bro. We just want you to be here with us. That's the main thing.
The view up here is great, bro. Join us.
We want to offer up some constructive criticism. Take it or leave it. We suggest you take it. I'll go first. 2 facts, right? You love tattoos. Fact 1. Fact 2, your hairline is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Pull
my hairline.
Pull Carlos Boozer and get your hair tatted on.
You can't preemptively strike the constructive criticism and it not be valid.
I've thought about it. I've looked at my luscious hairline when I was 23, and it's like
you clearly love body. You clearly love body modification in the form of
body
tattoos
art
and nut mutilation. Just fucking get your shit lined up.
Since we're not on video, can you just flash the shit? Can we see it?
No, I'll just take the nutsack that they cut off, and I'll just put that, just stretch it like the sack.
Like a yarmulke?
It's like long enough, so I'll just stretch it across.
Can you take the scroll that they cut?
That's what they did for Wayne Rooney, bro, and LeBron.
Take the scroll and stretch it out like a blunt leaf and roll up.
Yeah. Your new hairline is the fucking grandpa from Up, dude. Just fucking stretched out. That's actually great advice, James. That was very chill.
I've thought about it for real.
That's crazy.
Well, now James's advice was so good. I feel bad because like your whole thing was like, oh, don't talk about raping my family on the fucking podcast or whatever, like some fucking nerd shit as per usual. With that said, I kind of feel bad, but the second piece overall of constructive criticism was murder your goddamn motherfucking family so you can get that digital funeral fucking corp discount, my guy.
Group rate.
Yeah.
All right, that was morbid beyond discussion.
Are you guys on Groupon?
You got a float team?
Float team. Yeah, what's that pre-need policy look like?
Yeah. Okay. Again, thrown out there. We're halfway.
Yeah. No, I'll
how are the benefits? Like, do you get like a discount on like
no, because it's
services?
not. It's
free incineration. Buy one incineration, get one incineration free.
You get a punch card.
That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. This is
okay.
All right. We kind of referenced this, but it is facts, big factoids, that Iowa is the hog capital of the country, if not the world. Content is king, right? Everyone loves a fucking authentic little hog farmer. Start a pig farm.
Yeah.
That way you get off some authentic, actual organic workwear fits and stream the whole thing. TikTok, YouTube, fucking Tidal, fucking Amazon Prime Video. Make bank.
I could be like, what's that dude? The fucking nature boy that it's always fucking with the deer. What's his name?
Oh, the real Tarzan.
No, not him. Fuck him. The dude,
Goldberg.
The dude that always fucks with the deer. They got his ass beat during Art Basel.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Ooh.
But a similar guy is another guy that like fucks with.
Not Nature Boy. That doesn't make sense.
It's like cousins.
Brother Nature.
Brother
Thank you.
Yeah.
I could be like the Brother Nature, but like
Brother Nature.
But
he's Hawaiian. He's Hawaiian.
Yo, Lawrence, James is fucking killing you right now in constructive criticism. Like that's a fire idea.
But the thing is that you need our boots because one,
I don't need you on that one.
You can muck about. You can muck about in the mud, and then also you get a fucking luscious suede upper from the field to the function.
Yo, Flow Team, let's go. Hook me up. I'll start.
That's not how pre-order works.
I find it extremely, almost embarrassingly ironic that you're talking about how I have no constructive criticism to give you, Nicholas, when we've saved the best for last. Obviously, listen, guys.
Oh, God.
We've had a good time on this podcast. We've joked around with our great fucking friend who just so happens to be blowing up. That's good. Fantastic, right? Listen, he will eventually be filing bylines at some point in the future, unbeknownst to all of us right now. Bro, we are in the age of the independent content creator. We are in the fucking month of the Substack subscription where newsletters reign supreme, where paywalls change the game for geniuses like myself and Horny Jimmy. Like No Sperm Nicholas Grant and Chuckles Franco and Sean Mervana. Start the Cool Dad newsletter. Get paid directly by the people. We love you. Your perspective is molto bene, one of a kind. Get paid to do what you do, you dumb fucking stupid bitch.
I've heard that there's other people that, you know, used to have relevancy in the hashtag menswear era that are now trying to start like Cool Dad newsletters. That fucking great. We want to hear about you golfing in your cars and your watches and shit. No, fuck that, Nick. This lane's wide open. Find these gaps, fill them. The world is your fucking oyster. Cool Dad.
That seems like it takes so much initiative and like
and hire Grom. Hire Groms.
That's a fifth piece of construction.
Get Groms to do it for you.
I mean, if you guys find them for me, I'll do it.
Yo, can I say something? Okay, listen. Okay. Everyone who listens to this podcast right now, 18 million young, dumb, and full of cum.
Actually, wait, no, sorry. Lawrence, real quick update. After this Nick Grant episode, we're down to 17.5 million.
Okay, sorry. For the 17.5 million young, dumb, and full of cum, go Hardy and monsters that are always hitting up me and James and Chuck and Chef by extension and asking for fucking free handouts. Bro, the roster is full. But your boy, Nick Grant, listen, I'm not going to publicly call him a fucking charity case. I'm not going to publicly say it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation type beat.
Oh my God.
All I'm going to say is that this guy has a beautiful fucking mind and he might need some foundational reports. So if you know newsletters, if you know how to fucking code a www.nickgrant.com website, if you know how to make merch, hit your boy up and fucking go to him directly. We would appreciate that. As the only podcast that matters, help out this poor, young, pathetic soul.
And it's not like you don't have the funds to pay them because we allegedly make less. We allegedly make less money than you, and yet we pay our Groms a very competitive, fair rate. Weekly.
Nick, I'll work for you for 101 a week.
Chuck, TMI.
This is also your job, and like you kind of care about it. Like I don't think that I could.
We don't
enough.
care. We definitely don't.
You do. You do.
Care.
You have to put in the work.
Whatever. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hit up Moy, man. I'll do something with him.
Really? Like your own podcast?
He does a newsletter.
You would do a pod with Moy? That would be sick.
We've talked about it. But it's like,
the Maestros of the Midwest.
Stop
podcast,
it,
man.
Stop it.
You're
telling me that you and Moy would do a podcast. You've talked about that.
We have. I mean, we've talked about doing a pod amongst other things.
Come
on.
What
else would you do?
I mean, we talked about like doing like a blog together as well.
You're gonna put us out of business.
That's not true. Like this is the thing.
You know
like,
what?
This
you know
is
what's
what
popping in 2020?
Like,
you know what's popping in 2020?
Dude,
you know what's really popping in 2020? Blogs.
No, but this is previously, but it's like
2019.
Blogs. I know that Moy could do it. Like Moy has much more to say than I do. Like I feel like he is.
If you tease the people with this fucking shit,
no,
you're gonna have to administer fucking free vasectomies because everyone's gonna be back the fuck up, bro. Don't.
Everyone's
play
already
this
nutting.
Game, bro.
Everyone's
don't
nutting at this news right now.
I'm telling you, man. I would do everything from a menswear related standpoint with Moy. Like I'd like Moy. Let's do let's do video. Let's do video.
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 This is over the years, man. This is over the years. Like I want to do stuff with Moy. Like I feel like we have a.
When was the last time you saw Moy?
Huh?
How far is Detroit from Waterloo?
That's far. It's been a couple years since I've seen him.
You could have come to my wedding and seen him there, but you didn't do it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the wedding of a guy that wouldn't let me sleep on his fucking couch.
All right, touche. You got me there, bro.
I'm gonna pay to stay in a hotel.
Well, ironically, he got a nicer couch.
Fault. You're that broke, bro. What the
ironically, he got a nicer couch as a wedding gift.
Frugality.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to talk about that.
All right, Nick. Thank you for coming on the only podcast that matters. Where can the kids follow you if they made it this far?
Yeah.
Nicholas Grant on everything.
All right, sick.
Why is that fucking funny, man? It's my goddamn name.
No, because it's like you're acting like you didn't just have the best fucking time.
I don't.
Like
I did. I had a great time.
We just bought you fucking 10 more years of relevancy, bro. You and Moy should be paying me and Jim.
This is an exponentially better time than last time.
Yo, we should get a
really. I said we were going to fucking Le Bump afterwards.
Oh yeah, obviously. I will say that the best part about podcasting last time was going out after the podcast and.
I feel like there was.
We're gonna go ahead and
we'll cut that.
We're gonna cut that.
Just do a bleep. Just do a full bleep, and then we'll be good.
All right, Nick. What do you want to fucking plug before we get you out of here?
I don't want to plug anything. Just thanks for having me.
Shout out the vintage community, movie tea, whatever.
It's great to see you guys.
Shout out Whoopi Goldberg.
I had a great time. Thank you for having me. I know we've talked about it. Goddamn, I'm trying to be sincere here.
Yo, shout out Meghan McCain's fat titties, dude. Those Blue Lives Matters titties, dude.
And we're done. Good. And we cut.
All milk matters.
Yeah. We love
you,
all right,
baby. Chef. I have no idea what the outro.
What's the outro?
Yo,
Nick,
it's got to be whatever banger from Sister Act 2 is.
No. Do Lil Baby's verse from Life Is Good remix.
All right, okay, Chef, you heard the fucking man. Hit that motherfucking outro music, Nick. Thank you for coming on the only podcast that matters.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Cheer.
Bye.
100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. Ooh, I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Ooh, dropped $3 on the rain, cause it been the truck, little bitch. Ooh, I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since.
Whoa, spent 30 racks on a rap, bitch, could've went and bought a brick. Whoa, $250,000 worth of chain, ass icebox, everybody lit. Whoa, it ain't no cop inducing, nigga, that's your man, everybody get it. Whoa, made a few hits, fucking everybody, bitch. Got something to lose, so I stay with a shooter. Got game from a go, I know how to maneuver. She kinda cute, really something to do. I got something to do, so I gave her the Pluto. 100,000 for a body, go inside the house and everybody get it. Got a plug on inside it, overnight I'm flooding everybody's city. Extra 350 might buy me a Richie. This shit getting ridiculous if Sarah get sick. Spot in Toronto, just show me the real ones. Give me a few months, I'll be serving the 6. Whoa, Rolls truck, $4, all white guts, call it good luck. Whoa, neck lit, wrist lit, look, don't touch, reach, get bust. How about a Phantom, they think it's Houdini. 751 day, I bought 2 Lamborghinis. 100 rand spin on them, 4-carat diamond. I didn't propose, but I bought her a ring. They had my bro, had to let that boy go. Yeah, he stick to the code, he ain't tell him a thing. Ballin' like we won a championship, yeah, everybody get a ring.
100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. Ooh, I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Ooh, dropped $3 on the rain, cause it been the truck, little bitch. Ooh, I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since. Ooh.